Do it. Yo, what is up, folks? We are live. It's been quite some time since we've been live, and we're back and we're better. It's been some time since we've done a live podcast. Wanted to answer a lot of you guys' questions due to the long hiatus, and we got regular guests with John, and we got Sebastian for the first time on the podcast. He's been around on the thing before, but now he's on the pod.
Yeah, but it's been
it's been a minute.
A lifetime.
Get a round of applause.
Let's get a round of fucking applause, man. All right.
Slink it, slink.
And before I begin, let me let the people know that we are live real quick,
Yes.
and we shall begin.
Let them know. Let them know.
You got a big long middle finger. Look at that. Big long one.
It's gonna be a good one. Giving.
Shall be a great one.
Remember, everybody, this is personal opinions because we didn't have enough time, nor did we give a fuck about the research right now. If we really wanted to research it, then you'd have to give us time. And honestly, Jimmy's the only one that could probably get that time and effort for you, and he'll give you logical.
He's got the basic knowledge of a majority.
Yeah, majority.
He says, but
Let's see.
hopefully to give us some live questions.
Yeah, hopefully you guys have some live questions. All right, folks, here we go. First one. I'll let you guys answer your opinions first. What do you guys think about Jiraiya versus Itachi? Who do you think wins that one?
Jiraiya versus Itachi. I feel like we have gone into a great discussion in that.
Yeah, who do you think wins that?
I don't know. Is it just Itachi?
I'll let you guys get yours first, and I'll give.
If it's sick Itachi, make it sick. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jiraiya.
If it's sick, okay.
But if Itachi is sick,
yeah, he's sick. All right, that's fair.
I'm gonna go with Itachi.
All right.
He's not sick.
What do you think, Sebastian?
He's not sick.
It's the same logic applies, but I'm gonna pick Itachi overall, just personal.
Yeah, and someone said your mic's cutting off still, John. But yeah, go ahead, Sebastian.
Damn.
I honestly just think.
Give me a second.
I'm gonna try to. I mean, like, there's ways to avoid it, yeah. And Jiraiya's been known to have some feats like that to avoid situations.
All right,
but,
so
honestly, I think he'd be still clapped.
all right, let me give my take. It's quite extended, but I'm gonna be talking about a relatively at least healthy Itachi, basically prime Itachi. So this is my take here. All right, let me kind of eliminate this first before giving my assessment of this matchup. I'd like to begin by asserting that the seemingly dogmatic belief that Jiraiya can defeat Itachi based on statements made between Kisame and Itachi is unfortunately incorrect, folks. Let me explain why. Itachi, as we all know, was undercover on behalf of the Hidden Leaf during his time with the Akatsuki. Clearly, he was undercover to protect his brother and to protect the Leaf. He made it a point of emphasis to input just enough effort against Hidden Leaf affiliated opponents, like when he fought Kakashi and Sasuke, to give this false perception that he was 100% loyal to the Akatsuki. So when he was partnered with Kisame, he fucked up Kakashi just enough to not kill him, but just enough to have Kisame thinking, oh, okay, he's a monster. He's definitely loyal to us. Also, when he fought Sasuke, he beat his ass just enough. Just enough to make it seem, he even made Kisame say, wow, you're cruel as ever, Itachi. But he wasn't even trying. He hurt him just enough to beat him down, and just enough to make Sasuke hate him even further. So it was several reasons for that. So it is not hard to fathom Itachi also putting in this effort verbally, such as when he said, Jiraiya would kill us both. He was obviously capping because he doesn't want to fight Jiraiya. One, because he's affiliated with the Hidden Leaf, and two, he would have to make a choice, because if they did fight Jiraiya, he'd have to make a choice and say, am I going to kill a Hidden Leaf shinobi, or am I going to have to turn on Kisame, and then the whole Akatsuki's on my ass, and they're probably going to attack the Leaf. So a lot of people like to bring up, well, he said that he would die if he fought Kisame. I mean, if he fought Jiraiya. Like, no. He only said that he was undercover. Everything he said can be questioned when he was undercover. Every fucking thing he said. It was all lies. He put on a facade to fucking trick not only the Akatsuki, but the Leaf as well. Only Hiruzen fucking knew. Hiruzen and Danzo were the only guys that knew. And probably the elders as well. So this dogmatic belief that Jiraiya would destroy Itachi and Kisame is bullshit. He would not. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Now, my power scaling assessment. So this is the part you guys wanted to hear. So
Already took a sip of water.
Yeah, let's get.
Getting real.
So based on the very narrative of the 3 legendary Sannin, we can all agree. I'm sure most of you guys out there agree. They're at least relative. You know, it's contentious who's stronger, who's weaker, but they're all relative, right? You can all agree with that. Itachi, at the age of 14, fucking clapped Orochimaru so bad that he had a traumatic experience and never wanted to fuck with him again. He stated several times, multiple times, I can't beat Itachi. I'm weaker than Itachi. He said that multiple times because Itachi, all he had to do was one little genjutsu. He shit his pants. Never touched him again.
We're talking about the most sadistic fucker of all time.
Yeah, and this Orochimaru has extreme ambition. So for him to go to that extreme and say, I'm too weak, I can't fuck with him, I gotta go to his little brother, says a lot. He can't fuck with Itachi at all. Zero.
That's true. That's true.
Zero. All right, so let's keep this. Now let's continue on. So from this, you can transitively imply that Itachi is just blatantly superior to Jiraiya. Jiraiya and Orochimaru are relative. Itachi fucking fodderized Orochimaru at 14 years old. Come on, man. What else do I have to say? So, in the event Itachi did battle Jiraiya, it is highly likely that Itachi would honestly fuck him up. He would obliterate him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. It's that simple. For you guys that say Jiraiya whips Itachi, you're severely mistaken. Severely. A sick Itachi is different. Even then, keep this in mind.
Even then.
He was on his deathbed and let Sasuke win. He still let Sasuke win. He fucking was on his deathbed the whole time, spitting up blood, and was still not trying 100%. But even that's more contentious. So I'm just saying, a relatively healthy Itachi fucking obliterates Orochimaru, and obliterates fucking Jiraiya, and obliterates Tsunade, individually. So it's that simple, folks. I apologize.
But I remember.
It's that simple.
Did Sebastian give his answer already? Or?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
I said Itachi.
Yeah, he said Itachi too.
Okay.
All right, let's read these
So
comments.
we're all in agreement here, Itachi pretty much.
Someone said,
Yeah, even if he was sick, he would still.
"What's up, Jay? Who'd win? DMS Kakashi and 8 Gate Sky versus Jubidara. DMS Kakashi and 8 Gate Sky versus Jubidara. DMS Kakashi was able to at least tag Kaguya, which puts him on a 6-pass level. Kaguya is leagues above Jubidara. He probably is superior to Jubidara. Arguably, the only thing would be a stamina issue. 8 Gate Sky was able to tag Jubidara. Depends on what version you're talking about. If you're talking about the version he tagged or weaker, then they probably beat Jubidara. Probably. The only issue would be the stamina issue. That'd be a big issue. If he can outlast them, then he might take the W because it didn't last long. It would be a timing game. Whoever, if they can act quick enough, they take him out. If they take too long, he'll lose the DMS. 8 guys will die from exhaustion. They die. As simple as that. Orochimaru is the weakest Sannin, though, in my opinion. Tsunade and Jiraiya should easily be above him. All right, I have my take on that right now. He's probably the strongest.
Someone said that Orochimaru is the weakest?
Yeah, I don't agree. I'll give my take right now. He's probably the strongest if he has his arms. Without his arms, he's weaker. Keep this in mind, buddy. Fucking okay. I'll save it right now. This is actually the next topic. All right. Someone asked, shout out to you guys for this question. Rank the Sannin. All right. So this is my take. It's always going to be contentious. There is no objective answer, but this is my rationale. So the weakest, Tsunade. Here's why. I give her this. She has the most raw physical strength and arguably the most durability. You can argue Orochimaru does too. But in a 3-way deadlock, with the Sannin, right, when she was in a 3-way deadlock, she seemed, in my opinion, the least impressive. She beat the shit out of Orochimaru. He never even felt threatened for his life. He was getting pummeled to a pulp, and he was like, whatever, getting his ass whooped by an enraged Tsunade that regained her resolve after losing her phobia for blood. She was beating the shit out of him. He had there was no threat at all. She's no threat. In fact, I would argue he was probably more threatened by a drugged Jiraiya. All right, so I would say that she's the least impressive, and that 3-way deadlock is kind of the best feat I have to kind of imply that. All right, so Jarai is next. I put him at, he's the second weakest or second strongest. In his strongest form, he was able to dispose of 3 passive pain without prep time. It's impressive.
I give him that.
Yeah, and he implied that if he had to, he could kill Tsunade when he thought that Tsunade might betray the leaf and try to help Orochimaru to revive her fucking long-lost lover. He said, listen to me, bitch. If you fucking betray us, I will fucking kill you. He looked her right in the eye and said that shit. Now, I know some of you are going to counter that and say, well, he's only saying that to put some fear into her, but this at least implies that he's somewhat comfortable saying it. Right?
I mean, he would have still done it. I mean,
Yeah, he's
a
at
man
least
of his
somewhat
word.
comfortable saying it. And this is a further argument. She had to drug him to get him out of the way. What does that say? Why did she have to drug him if she's more powerful than him? Another argument you should think of. All right,
Yeah.
so I would say Jiraiya is superior just off the narrative events that took place. All right, so now the strongest. You guys can already guess. Orochimaru. All right, so this is my argument why he's stronger than Jiraiya. In a weakened, half-dead state, he was able to contend with Four-Tail Naruto, if you guys remember. He was swapping hands with Four-Tail Naruto. Even said, bitch, you're nothing compared to Sasuke. You're not even in his league, bitch. And that was Four-Tail Naruto. Says a lot. Also, keep in mind that the seal keeping the Nine Tails inhibited weakens over time. So I'd even argue the Four Tails that Orochimaru contended with was stronger than the one that almost killed Jiraiya with the scar that he has on his fucking chest. So that would imply that Orochimaru is superior. And he was already half dead. He was fucking dying. He was fucking half dead. Had no arms. He needed a new body. His body was giving out. It's really that simple.
Yeah.
So some people like to use Tsunade's feats against Madara as the end-all be-all and say, well, she cracked Susanoo. Good. But, dude, they were...
That's good for her.
She
but-
was a child to him. All those Kage were fucking pieces of shit to him on the ground. That's how low he thought of them. Like, they were never a threat. Yeah, she cracked the Susanoo. The imperfect ribcage. Cool. Not enough to put her above Jiraiya or Orochimaru. It's an impressive feat. But I can't use an inductive argument and conclude, well, she's stronger than those two because of that. Not enough for me. It shows her strength. I'll give her that. She can crack it. Like I said, she is physically the strongest. Probably the most durable.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my take on it. So what do you guys think? What's your order for the Sani? Like weakest to strongest or strongest to weakest? What do you guys think?
Weakest to strongest. For the three legendary Sani,
Yeah, Tsunade, Orochimaru, Jiraiya. Yeah.
probably.
Tsunade would still be last for me because she's not very versatile when it comes to her like unique abilities. She's been
Yeah, I
clapped by
agree.
like weaker people than
Yeah.
her.
And I think the
Like,
hacks
she's fought
would
weak-
make a difference too. The hack abilities that Jiraiya and Orochimaru have too. She doesn't really have hacks. She has the medical ninjutsu, but yeah.
Yeah, but if that gets strained enough, then she becomes this like old, like barren woman, like cannot stand anymore, and then she's basically fucked. Unlike Orochimaru, which can revive himself like multiple fucking times. Yeah, it's attacks
Yeah.
on his body, but that's basically he could do that multiple times. Multiple. It's not limited. Like
Yeah.
he's fought
Yeah.
consecutive amount of fucking people. I've done that multiple times. The fourth tail was a good fact. He got clapped by that, even though he used the gates, which is also a barrier too. Like he can just trap the motherfuckers in there, and then they can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I would have like you said, I would have Tsunade third. I would have Jiraiya second.
Yeah. Jiraiya and Orochimaru honestly is a tough one. That's a tough one, but Tsunade.
I mean, honestly, if you would put Jiraiya at number one, I wouldn't get mad at that. I wouldn't be upset. I would understand. I
Yeah.
mean, Jiraiya did go up against Naruto in his his fourth tail state.
And almost
He tried
died.
when
Yeah.
almost died.
And Orochimaru, like half dead, was contending.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still was.
Says a lot.
I mean, Jiraiya was able to beat it, but barely.
Yeah.
A huge gash on his chest, or like 3 gashes on his chest for those claw marks. But you were right about that, Jimmy, with Orochimaru. Like he's half dead, but he was still able to contend with the four tails. It says a lot. Even though he's half dead, he's still one of the strongest.
Plus, he's just sneaky. He's a sneaky fucker. Like even if you think you beat like fighting the real Orochimaru, he's just got a snake somewhere hidden that just
And when
stab
you-
you. Like
I mean, when you really think about it, Sasuke had to kill him when he was on his bed.
Yeah, like even Soigetsu said the only reason you beat him is because he was already fucking dead, basically. He literally said that. Yeah, so no,
He's
keep
not wrong. He literally killed him on his deathbed.
yeah,
and if you have to, if you really want to factor it in, there's summonings like Tsunade, like hers is a slug that can heal you, and yeah, it's very, very, very powerful. It helped in the war.
And I'm gonna be
But
honest here.
combat,
honest.
like it's not very good. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be honest. Tsunade would get clapped by the 6 passive pain. I don't think she would
Oh,
be
yeah.
able to destroy one of them. she wouldn't even be able to destroy one of them.
If anything, they'd play the long
Jiraiya
distance game with him.
destroyed 3.
Yeah. So
Jiraiya destroyed
people like to because of the fact that she hit the almighty Madara. Like they're like, damn, she's so badass. Like, dude, she's not a threat to him.
No.
He didn't give a fuck about her. Like, oh, cool, you cracked my Susanoo. Bitch, do you think if he was
He
going
let it
all out,
down.
he would like? I don't know, man.
he
It
let
was
it
an
guard down a little
imperfect
bit.
rib cage, dude. It's not like she fucking cracked
Yeah,
the
it was-
perfect Susanoo. Like,
And he
It
let
was
his guard
literally-
down a little bit too.
Yeah,
and
like-
he let his guard down a little
Yeah,
bit
because
too.
he was testing them. Like, he literally
Yeah.
was playing with the fools.
like he was
you think this
toying
is
with
the
them.
strongest? Oh my
Like, I get it. It's Mamoru Uchiha. I get it. It's his Susanoo. I know it's his rib cage, but
He's the end all and be all of Uchiha.
yeah, like Tsunade's giving the Little Miss too much credit. It took her a punch or two. I think it took her 2 punches to crack it, if I'm not mistaken. And she needed help from A and Onoki. They had to like combine their fucking abilities to like negate gravity or some shit or whatever they did. Like, it's not that impressive. It's really not. Like, Orochimaru is a sneaky motherfucker. And the people like to attain her strength as the end all be all. Like, no, it's not just about strength. Hacks matter, speed matters. Many factors come into play when determining who would win. It's not as simple as, oh, she's
It's not
fucking
that
strong.
quick.
Like, yeah, it's
She's not that quick either. She
Yeah.
just has super strength.
yeah, Sage
Yeah, to
mode.
put that in speed perspective, we would have to give it to maybe Orochimaru. Then.
Orochimaru might be the
Orochimaru
fastest.
is
Yeah,
like-
he might be. But
She
all
was
in
able
all,
to master most of all the banned jutsus.
there is no
Or all
objective measure. There's no way to objectively determine it. What you can say almost for sure is that they're relative. But the feats, in my opinion, indicate that Orochimaru and Jiraiya are just superior. And there's not enough on Tsunade. I'd have to make an inductive argument. Like, yeah, she's stronger than them. Physically stronger. Cool.
But yeah, like I said though, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't even try to debate it if you put Jiraiya on #1.
Yeah, that
He's one
one,
of my
that's a
favorite
tough one.
characters.
Jiraiya and Orochimaru is a tough
Yeah.
one. But the four-tail
You gotta
thing,
look at their feet too.
Yeah.
You gotta look at their feet.
the four-tail
but
thing
it's
kind
like-
of points it out. Like, oh fuck, he almost died. Orochimaru was fucking swapping hands with half dead against four-tail
Yeah,
Naruto.
exactly.
Like, that's-
Exactly. You just gotta bring that up in the debate.
yeah,
And like one almost died, and the other was just basically toying with him. If I'm being honest.
yeah.
And
So
Naruto, he couldn't control the four tails at that time anyway.
yeah, and he was
I don't think he
arguably
still did.
stronger than he was when he almost killed Jiraiya too, because that seal was
Yeah.
more weakened. That was like might have been a couple of years later. I think that should happen in part 1 Naruto when Jiraiya got scarred, and then Shippuden is
That was when they went on a. That was when they went off on their.
yeah,
training.
on their training shit, yeah, and then later on, Orochimaru faced him, and he was probably even stronger. But that's a tough one, folks. You know what? I know some of you revere Tsunade and her strength. Cool, dude. Cool, but I just don't.
That's cool, but she's not better than. I like Tsunade. But she's not better than those two guys.
You have to make a lot of inductive arguments rather than deductive.
And it's
So-
not. We're not being sexist.
Oh my
We just
god.
stated the facts.
Hey,
Oh, this
Say
is
the
fun.
facts.
hey, if you,
This is
I
fucking
I can simply
sexist.
say this:
Like, I'm
adult
sorry.
adult Sakura is stronger than Madara. Definitely not sexist there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
simple as that.
You had to debate about it and everything.
Shit, my phone fell. All
Yeah.
right.
All right. So next one. This one's really tough, man. So whatever you guys decide, it's a tough one. Kisame versus five Kage Summit Sasuke. This is a really tough one. So what do you guys think
I'm going
first?
Kisame.
Yeah. What do you
Okay,
guys think
I'm
about
going
this?
Kisame.
You
Seba-
going Kisame?
Yeah. What do you think,
Uh,
Sebastian?
Kisame on this one.
Kisame versus a full powered 5 Kage Summit Sasuke versus Kisame. What do you guys think?
I'm going.
Hold on,
no,
let
I'm
me
going
state my reasoning.
Sasuke.
All right. Go
Let
ahead.
me
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
reasoning real quick. The reason why I say Kisame is because he has the power of a Jinchuriki. He has levels of a Jinchuriki, so that's why I would say that.
Kisame. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going Kisame.
What do you think, Sebastian?
I think Sasuke. Honestly, because I think his Susanoo would help him, and maybe his sword, like Kisame would probably get his sword and he'd eat the chakra
Suihara.
around him,
No, I
and,
forgot.
and
I
like
forgot to mention that. Suihara.
Yeah.
He has that too.
which fucks with a lot of things, but no,
Yeah.
you can actually physically that thing can actually still take damage. Even though it's a weapon itself and a shield,
Yeah.
it still could take damage. It could be all he has to do is take it and then use it against him. Sasuke has been known to use weapons against his opponents before. He can use lightning blade. He can use the genjutsu. The genjutsu part is probably the most he's gonna have to be wary of
Yeah.
Because Kisame would probably get clapped right there and
So-
then instant fucked over.
This one's tough. So this is my take. All right. So
I mean, five Kage Summit Sasuke is OP, but
Kisame is tough.
Kisame, I mean, he's got Jinchuriki levels of power, and I
Yeah.
think that's really impressive.
So this is my
But-
take. This is my take. So this is what we do know about each. Kisame dominated version 2 Cloak Killer B, right? Who was probably the strongest Jinchuriki until Naruto mastered KCM. Sasuke kind of stalemated the fourth grade Kage, who had help from Gaara and all this other bullshit. They probably would have killed each other when Raikage was about to like do the whatever it was called, the Tiger Bomb or some shit on him and about to kill him.
Yeah.
They were gonna kill each other. So I would say
And you gotta remember this too. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you gotta remember this too. Kisame didn't get killed. He killed himself.
yeah, at the end he did kill himself. Yeah. And
He
it was,
killed himself.
and it was fucking Mike
Kinda have
Guy.
no choice though.
It was Mike Guy too.
No, I mean saying he had no choice. I mean, but still, he didn't let anyone else kill him.
Yeah.
He offed himself.
So my argument would be Sasuke out of water is probably faster than Kisame. If he's relative to the fourth Raikage who stated the fastest shinobi on earth, then he's relative to that, probably faster than Kisame. But underwater, I think it's different. If he uses the water dome on Sasuke, they're in water, he's in his shark mode, he's probably faster than Sasuke. Underwater, he's probably faster. Now, abilities definitely matter. So Kisame in character would obviously, if he were to face Sasuke, he'd say, all right, this guy is obviously Itachi's brother. He probably has Amaterasu. He obviously has fucking Genjutsu. I have to be very careful with this kid. So he would keep that all in mind. However, I don't know how he would deal with Genjutsu. That's going to be a fucking problem.
Yeah, we never really seen him in Genjutsu and how he would handle that.
Yeah, there was only one episode, but they were just lightly sparring. Itachi and Kisame lightly sparred. The second that Itachi got him in Genjutsu, he's like, all right, we're done sparring. You got me. He's like, you got me. So if Sasuke uses it, I don't know. He might take him out, but again, I don't know how that would.
I wonder. I forgot. How long did it take him to put him in that Genjutsu? That's the question.
They sparred for about. They didn't spar very long. They sparred a little bit, and he actually thought he had the upper hand, but it was all. I think Itachi put him in a Genjutsu. He's like, damn, I made you sweat, and he's like, bitch, you're in Genjutsu. He's like, oh, okay, you got me.
He's like, oh, all right.
Yeah. So the problem is, even though he knows about it, what could we deduce would be a counter to it anyway? He knows about it, but what would he do? He's not fast enough to outreact. I would argue he's not fast enough to outreact fucking Sasuke if he's relative to the fourth rate Kage. He'd have to get him in water like that, like the water dome would have to. He'd have to start the fight with the fucking water dome, in my opinion. He's just too slow.
Yeah.
I
feel like he would start that off.
Yeah.
If he's in that kind of terrain, if he's not in water, I feel like he would immediately say, all right, we're going to water.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
And
that would've
someone said he wasn't.
all of their abilities.
Someone said he wasn't fast enough to compete with the Raikage, so he just camped in his suit. He was fast enough to react a little bit. He did react slightly.
Yeah.
So he's not as fast as the Raikage. I'm not saying that, but he's relative enough to at least react and compete, right? Because let's put it this way: if he was so much slower than some people are implying, he wouldn't even have time. He wouldn't have time to set up the flame control. He wouldn't be fast enough to do shit if he's that much faster. So he's at least somewhat relative. The very fact that he had him against the ropes like that implies it, while having help from fucking bunch of people, other Kage and the fucking iron sword, those iron fucking soldiers, whatever the fuck. So he's fast enough to at least do something. So there's that.
I feel Kisame would probably, more than likely, because it's Itachi's brother, he would be like, okay, I'm going to try to fight him in my area.
Yeah, he's going to have to, because he's going to know. Yeah, he's going to.
The real question is, do you feel like, since it is Itachi's little brother, do you feel like Kisame would hold back a little bit? Do you feel like he would?
Kisame was a murderer, bro.
I don't know, yeah, because he did respect Itachi. But he was close to Itachi. He actually honored him, but I don't know. That'd be a tough thing to answer. I think if they're outside of water, he's probably not going to beat Sasuke because of the Genjutsu, because of the most likely speed advantage. It's contentious. I'm not saying it's absolute, but based off the feats that we do know, he's probably faster than Kisame. He probably is faster than Kisame. The Genjutsu, I just don't see him countering that. Also, Amaterasu. No. Let's say he can absorb it. How much could he absorb if it's burning Samehada? Would Samehada stop absorbing if it's fucking burning it and injuring it? I don't know. Like, there's that too. So.
See what I'm talking about? It was a living weapon, so it can take damage.
Yeah, it can take damage.
But he could eat an enormous amount of chakra.
It can eat an enormous amount. Yeah.
No, but in addition, that weapon is picky. Like it can actually choose to go against its owner and be like, okay, fuck you, I'm gonna just go somebody else.
Yeah, that's the
Oh, yeah, he
problem.
did that with Killer B, but Killer B was a
Yeah,
Jinchuriki.
Killer
He
B.
had
Yeah, that
an
wouldn't happen with
enormous
Sasuke.
amount.
Yeah, Sasuke doesn't have that level of chakra. So, or the level of Kisame. Kisame had the most chakra in the Akatsuki actually. Pain said that himself.
Yeah,
He's like, yeah, you have
which
the
is
most,
insane.
which is insane.
Jinchuriki level. Jinchuriki level.
So as far as tough as
I
this,
love Kisame.
as tough as this matchup is, I would just simply
There you
say that if it's outside of water and Kisame is not quick to action, Sasuke probably catches him in a genjutsu. I don't see how he gets out of it. He probably tries to genjutsu him hard and then blitzes him, maybe with a
can't
Susanoo
remember.
arrow.
Refresh my memory. Was this level of Sasuke, the 5 Kage, did he have Genjutsu mastered at this point?
I'm sure he did use it on Danzo, enough to scare him to thinking Itachi was back. Yeah, he did use it, and he used it on a sensory ninja too in the 5 Kage Summit. It was actually a guy that was a specialist in genjutsu. He got fucked up and like fucking clapped. So yeah.
I love the specialists in Genjutsu.
You know
They're always
what's
getting fought
pathetic
by
is
Uchiha.
like the two specialists. Fucking what was her name? Fucking
I know what you're talking about.
the
Okay.
fucking bitch that was like team with Asuma and Kakashi when she got
Yes.
clapped. Forgot her fucking name. It's bothering me. Let me see. It was
Bugging me
Right,
right
yeah,
now.
she tried to go after Itachi, and then she got caught.
oh
and-
Kurenai. Kurenai.
Kurenai.
That was
Okay,
pathetic,
yeah.
bro. She got fucking clapped, and then the guy in the 5 Kage Summit got fucking clapped. Like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck Kisame would do. You know, he's not a specialist, clearly. I don't know.
He likes to throw hands. He likes to
Light,
throw
but
hands.
is Kisame dumb enough to get caught in Genjutsu? It's not about being dumb
Mm.
enough.
Dumb enough.
It's not
We've
like
seen
he's
the smartest people in combat get caught in Genjutsu.
Danzo. Would you say Danzo's dumb? I don't think so, and he got caught in it.
No, Danzo is just greedy and too
Yeah.
cocky.
I don't think a guy that
It
would
wasn't the
take
fact
multiple
of being
eyes
dumb.
Uchiha
It's just
would
that
be dumb enough.
Sasuke was strategic enough to get him in a Genjutsu.
And
So.
if we're being serious about this, too, if we're being honest, Danzo was a little cocky too.
Yeah, he might have been a little bit.
But he
But-
definitely got outsmarted and outplayed for sure.
But this one, I'll agree, folks. This one is very contentious because there's a lot of factors that I'd have to do a deeper analysis. My conclusion would be I lean towards Sasuke because of the Genjutsu and because of the fact he most likely has superior speed. Most likely.
I'm leaning towards Kisame. If
But
it's in water,
Kisame
for
has,
sure.
yeah, if it's in water though, I lean towards Kisame. If it gets him in the water dome, and he's in that shark mode that he used against Killer B, I don't know what.
But I think you're
Sasuke's gonna
right.
do.
So I feel like he would immediately, if it's not in water,
Yeah,
it would definitely start. Kisame would definitely start off with the water dome for sure.
yeah, that's
would
a very
definitely
tough
get
one.
that.
That's like a good one to debate. That's a
I
good
mean,
one to
like
debate.
Sasuke can also like encase himself in Susanoo and probably get him.
Oh,
like,
in
if he
water?
looked at-
Yeah.
just
In
yeah,
water, though?
and then encase it in encase it in Amaterasu. Yeah.
He'd
I've never seen it.
yeah, he probably could, but he'd just be slower. That'd be the problem. He'd be
Yeah,
too
I
slow.
feel it would slow him down.
Yeah,
But it would give him a few seconds to strategize how to get out of the water.
yeah.
Oh, no,
Like
for sure,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
what he could do, maybe. Well, it's a ton of water though. He could use Amaterasu, and Amaterasu doesn't get extinguished. It might vaporize the water, but if it's a shitload like a water dome, I don't know how long. Well, apparently it's hotter than the sun. So if that's the case, maybe it's
Yeah.
so hot that it immediately vaporizes the water dome. That is a possibility. Unless Kisame can continuously put more and more water. But the thing is that if the Amaterasu being so fucking hot, it could just vaporize everything. I don't know. There is that. That could be a
But the
problem.
Amaterasu does take a lot out of you, chakra wise.
Yeah,
takes a lot.
it does that too. Maybe Kisame could outlast him. He might say, okay, you got Amaterasu, but I have more chakra. I'll just keep putting water until you
Then
fatigue.
it would go to stamina and terrain.
Yeah, it would go to
You
stamina,
have to
and
get
then
stamina.
Kisame would have to be smart enough not to get in distance of Sasuke's
I
Genjutsu
feel
to
like
stay away.
Sasuke would he wouldn't use it. He wouldn't use Amaterasu in the middle of the fight. He would use it when he
Yeah.
feels like he's getting desperate.
Yeah.
In the five Kage Summit, Sasuke, that was literally all he did. That was always the last resort for him.
Yeah.
And
I feel like that's the last resort for all the Itachis, not Itachis, the Uchihas that
Yeah.
mastered it.
Yeah, the
Mastered it,
Amaterasu. That's when you're like your back's against the wall. The thing is, Kisame probably he's also a lightning style user. Kisame probably wouldn't even be in the water. What he could do is essentially drown him. Just keep him in the water dome. The more he evaporates the water, the more water he'll bring to the terrain. Maybe just
Yeah.
drown his ass in the fucking dome. There is that. As long as he stays away from the genjutsu. If he gets caught in that, it's gonna be an issue. So
It's
it'd be the long wait game for Kisame. Kisame just has to drain him out, and just he can outlast him. But that's a good one though.
But like you said earlier, though, he's sparred with Itachi, even if it was for a little bit. So he knows of it. Yeah, he knows of it. He knows of it.
Like
So
Itachi,
I feel like he would be aware.
Itachi was still stronger than 5 Kage-sama Sasuke. So Sasuke Genju's.
You think Sasuke's summons would get him out of a pickle pretty quickly?
Oh, the fucking bird. Didn't he have a?
Yeah,
He's the one that had the bird one, right? Maybe it'll like fucking dive in and get him out. Or this could happen though. So Kisame could fucking bring sharks to fucking eat that shit, fucking kill it. I don't know, but
Or he could have the shark circling if it was in water.
yeah,
Tossing it. He could have the shark circling around while they fight.
yeah, and there could be that
Or
too.
especially in the water dome too. He could have the sharks in there.
Yeah, and be around it.
It's a very questionable match. I think Sasuke, to really win this fight, he would have to be within range.
He had to be
probably
quick.
Have to be on that bird
He'd have
first of all.
He'd have to be
Yeah,
quick
He would
too.
definitely
have
have
to
to be
use
on
lightning.
his shit.
Yeah,
He would definitely have to be on his shit.
yeah.
He would have to use lightning because that's the only weakness against the fucking water. So like
Yeah.
that's literally like how you fucking make it its kryptonite.
Yeah,
Like, when you're surrounded by water and lightning is a fucking.
Yeah, as long as Kisame can stay out of the range of the genjutsu, he's quick. He can drown Sasuke probably. Probably drown him out. Probably kill him that way.
instantly.
And the shark. Oh, he also has that fucking jutsu used against Guy, but it didn't work because Guy uses taijutsu, and that also eats chakra. The fucking shark shit that he used, that eats chakra too. So he could use that. That would eat even more chakra. Maybe Kisame does win. Maybe I thought too soon. Maybe Kisame does win.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But like you said, that has to depend on the terrain.
Yeah,
Also.
terrain matters. Kisame's decision making matters. If he's too nice, he's like, oh, it's Sasuke's, it's Itachi's brother, and then he gets genjutsu, it's over. So he's gonna have to be.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Would it matter if he held back?
It wouldn't. Yeah, it would matter. If he was like bloodlusted Kisame, he'd probably win actually. If it's bloodlusted, the only thing is the speed would be a difference. If Sasuke's bloodlusted, and he's like, fuck this motherfucker, blitzes him, it might get Kisame. That might get him. If Kisame's like there in person, he's not like playing any games, Sasuke could blitz him, maybe get him before he can even react. I don't know how much faster he is than Kisame. That's contentious, but he is faster. I would say that. This is a tough one. You can go. There's many factors to break down.
What does chat say? What does chat think? Who would win?
Let's see. The Sharingan apps his reaction time. That's true. We know that. Kisame, but is Kisame dumb enough? I read that one already. Sasuke completely mentally clapped. C? Yeah. Oh, he's talking about the specialist. If Kisame puts him in water, Sasuke could use the lightning. Yeah, but if Kisame's not in the water, then it doesn't matter. Yeah. So,
then it would electrocute him. Then
and if anything, yeah, Kisame could play the long game. Kisame got clapped by Casey and Naruto. I mean, that was a weekend and like days inside some. I think he was hiding in. What was he hiding inside of? Something. He was hiding inside of something, and like he was already fatigued and shit. So yeah, healthy Itachi with EMS versus EMS Madara. What the fuck? Did you really ask that? Madara fucking claps. The fuck? Fucking rapes.
He sounded so like dumbfounded. He's like, what?
Why is that a question to be asked?
I mean, he did say EMS. He did say EMS, and he said, "What if he had his perfect Susanna?" I'll say this: there's no way to deduce how strong Itachi would be, though. There's no way to deduce that.
Yeah, because when a character dies too soon before their full potential like starts, you know.
Yeah.
And like he couldn't really peak any further
like-
because he was fucking sick. He was
I feel
dying
like
already.
I feel like Itachi would have been able to become a six pass if he didn't die so soon.
Yeah.
Itachi
Casey and
would've
Naruto's
been
faster than
really good,
Sasuke, so what's your point? Yeah, exactly. He is faster. That's right.
Yeah.
Kisame would probably win because he probably would also have more information on Sasuke's abilities. True. That's true. He
Oh,
does.
yeah?
Because Itachi's brother. It's true. Not full
We never really
Kage-sama
thought of that.
Sasuke.
We knew he was siblings, but like we never really thought of that part.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true. He would
Itachi
have
knows a
like
lot about Sasuke.
he'd have a general idea. Yeah. Sasuke was getting manhandled by a weaker Ray Kage. I don't know about weaker, but yeah, he did lose that exchange though. But he had help. He wasn't alone. He had like a whole fuckload of people. But yeah, that's a good one, folks. I think we talked about this quite a bit. Interesting
I like
discussion.
that topic actually. I want to talk
That could be a
Get
debate
more into
a
depth.
debate topic. I think there's people in my Discord going. You know what's happening right now? The Discord, people are going wild about what I said about Tsunade.
Are they?
They're like, "You're full of
What
shit,
are they
buddy.
saying?
You're full of shit, pal." That's what they're saying.
Is that?
Let me
is that
see.
all they're saying?
Let me see what they said.
So it's 2022. We're not trying to make
Okay.
sexist remarks out here.
Sexist.
It's not.
Let me see.
It's not sexist.
You're wrong, so wrong. Tsunade one taps. Okay, buddy.
Okay.
Okay, pal.
Yeah.
All right.
Just because she's a powerhouse, she's literally a glass cannon. I'm sorry, bud. Like, even if she like has all that unique abilities to her.
Let's cut her in half,
But
buddy.
that's
Leave
all
her,
she
leave
has,
her on the,
because she doesn't-
leave her on the floor. That's all you gotta do. All right.
Hey, at least we gave her a place, even if it's last.
Yeah, bro.
That's a place.
All you,
I
you
mean,
just,
we didn't say. We're not saying that she sucks.
she doesn't
No,
suck. She's a
she's
beast,
still
bro.
strong,
She's
She's
just,
a beast, but
But,
I'm
like,
saying
but she's like the
comparing her
third
to
weakest out of
those-
all of them.
yeah, she
comparing
is.
her to those two, it's not even close.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
it would,
close.
it's like Team 7. Obviously, Sakura is the weakest out of all of them.
Yeah,
Even though
exactly.
she is like a powerhouse in herself, but she's still the weakest.
yeah, she's the weakest. I'm sorry, man.
Literally.
All right. Seventh Gate Guy versus Six-Tail Naruto. Oh, this is an interesting one.
You guys go ahead. I want to hear your input on this
All
one.
right. What do you think,
'Cause that one's
Sebastian?
tough.
Seventh Gate Guy or Six-Tail Naruto? That's the one that the one that was kind of beating up Tendo Pain at the very end when he got enraged.
I do remember. I do remember.
But keep in mind that was a weekend Tendo. He was already like weekend and shit. So
Hmm.
I'd have to give it to. Fuck, that is hard. Holy shit.
let me
I
give
mean-
my shit. All right. So this is what I would say. My assessment would be that Seventh Gate Guy, the one who beat Kisame, who dominated the strongest Jinchuriki. I mean, I'll give him this. Kisame was weekend, but still. Up until KC and Naruto came around, I would say Seventh Gate Mike Guy would probably beat down Six-Tail Cloak Naruto if he beat an individual that beat down the perfect Jinchuriki. But what would happen is Naruto would keep getting more powerful, and then he might have to use the 8 gates. I don't know. I don't know if he'd have to go that far,
Yeah.
but
And the 8 gauge is almost.
that would
break
obliterate Naruto. Like pre-6 pass, that would
Yeah.
fucking obliterate him. But that's Seventh Gate
It's-
Guy
I'm-
probably would give Six-Tail Cloak Naruto a tough time. Probably.
I'm
I'd
glad
say
you
so.
said that
I'd
because
say
I'd say the same
Yeah.
thing. Because even though Seventh Gate Guy is pretty powerful, he did beat Kisame. That's a Jinchuriki level threat. But Six Tails, like, I'm sorry, we gotta discuss this again. Like, when it comes to Tails, it literally is a power level difference. Like, even though they all have the unique abilities, there's a
Yeah.
reason why they got so much chakra reserve.
Yeah, and keep in mind,
Yeah.
this is the argument I have. It's not like in the narrative, but I think Jinchurikis are by default stronger than like someone in Naruto's case because there's not a perfect like relationship between the tailed beast and the host. Like Naruto was not friends with Kurama when he was in Six Tails. He was fucking using the Kurama's power. But someone like B has like a strong, I would even say chemical bond between fucking Gyuki because they're friends. There is no tension. I would say there's probably like chemical properties to that. So I would say Six-Tail Naruto is probably quite a bit weaker than Killer B. I know that's headcanon, but I think
At
that's
that time for sure, yeah. At
Yeah.
that time for sure. Yeah.
and I think Seventh
And-
Gate
and
Guy
they-
is a monster. He's a fucking beast. So yeah.
Guy would be, if we're going to put it that perspective, Guy would have the tactical advantage because he's more sane. And if it's Six-Tail Naruto, then and he's going crazy, he's not going to be
Yeah.
like fully there. It's all going to be powerhouse. Everything he does is.
And
gonna be
if I'm not
terribly
wrong,
strong.
didn't he use Seventh Gates against the fucking Jinchurikis that Obito was controlling? He was also using them against them, I think, and he was also almost kind of swapping hands with
Think so.
Obito. Kind of, not Obito was faster, but I would probably say
But,
seventh.
like-
I lean towards Seventh Gate Guy. I lean towards him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if Naruto gets to 8 tails, it's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be an issue. I don't know. Seventh Gate might have
Yeah.
to go to 8, maybe. I don't
And
know.
Yeah,
8
and
gate,
then-
8 gate,
8 Gate obliterates him. It'll fucking just disintegrate him. But
and he's on the brink of death. If
and
he
and then
uses
he
8
would die too. Yeah, he would die after
Yeah.
that. Let's see what people say.
But I will go with 7 gate Madara on this one, just because of what Sebastian said. Will Naruto be able to control the 6 tails?
Yeah, it would keep getting stronger probably.
Or
And then someone
the
said,
6 tail.
"Nah, Itachi with Percy, Suno healthy, and EMS would probably beat would probably beat Madara." Okay, buddy. Well, there's no way to really state that because I don't know how strong he would be. Itachi would have a stronger Susanoo. Imagine a PS with Tosuke Blade and Yadamir. That's a tough one to deduce. It really is. It's a tough one. That's a tough one because we don't know how strong Itachi would be. There is no way to tell. He'd obviously be stronger, but would he jump leaps and bounds to the level of Madara? I don't know about that. That's a tough one. I can't really answer that one. With a reasonable donation, I'll give my best take, but besides that, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Nah, but all right, let's move on. This one, I guess we can talk about it a little bit. What do you guys think about KCM2 Naruto versus White Mask Obito? What do you guys think about that?
KCM?
KCM2, yeah. Versus the War Mask Obito, the one that was like fighting Guy and Kakashi and Naruto.
Shit. I'm dying over here.
I have no clue, actually.
That's tough.
Here's the thing. KCM2 Naruto did fight War Mask Obito, but versions of that of KCM2 matters, though. Because KCM2 Naruto and EMS Sasuke get stronger throughout the war. Obviously, I would argue that EMS Sasuke was stronger than Itachi by the time he was fighting Jubito. Obviously, when he was alongside Itachi, he was still weaker than Itachi, I'd say. KCM2 the same boat. He was weaker when he fought Obito than when he was fighting the Ten Tails and when he was fighting Jubito, Madara, etc. If it's like the strongest version of KCM2, which is probably the version right up until before he starts using Sage Mode KCM, I don't know. It's hard to quantify how strong he would be. He's fighting the Ten Tails. He's using his Sage Mode Jutsu to fucking press Jubito. I mean, maybe KCM2? I don't know. It's a tough one. Because he is, I would say he is quite, well, actually, never mind. That's Sage Mode. That's a tough one to quantify. Because he is stronger, but how much stronger is he? That's the question. How much stronger did he get? Is he fast enough to hit War Mask Obito? I don't know. That's tough. That's tough. I would argue he got faster and he got stronger. Or the question is he fast enough to hit War Mask Obito without Kakashi's help? Is he like fast enough to overcome fucking Obito's reaction time? We'll never be able to answer that. I don't know. I really don't know.
That's a tough one for me.
Yeah.
Can't really answer that one. That one's tough.
I would say it's possible. It's possible, but
That's all theoretical.
it's theoretical. Yeah, it's very theoretical. Because KCM2 Naruto does get stronger. That's a fact. So does EMS Sasuke. They get stronger. It stated that Naruto needs to use all of Kuruma's power to stand a chance against Obito. There is already a massive power gap between them. Massive is a strong word, but yeah, there was a gap. There was a gap. All right. My final answer would be it's possible, because it's a lot of theoretical bullshit thrown in that theoretical jargon. Also, literally, Obito was playing with him. I don't know about that. He was playing with Kakashi in the comedy dimension. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He got his eye back.
Yeah. Obito has a ghetto statue and 6-hole Biju. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. All right, so
You can go either way on that one.
This
You
one
can go either way.
I'm gonna answer, but it's a quick answer. I'm sorry, folks. Sage Mode Naruto versus 5 Kage-sama and Sasuke. That's all I have to say. It ends it quickly. Simply put, Naruto literally admitted that he's inferior to Sasuke. That's all I have to say. He literally said it. I can't beat him without the Nine-Tail help. He said that when he saved Sakura's ass from getting killed again by Sasuke. And he literally said, yeah, I can't beat this kid without not the Nine-Tails. That's all I gotta say. So Sage Mode Naruto is inferior. It's as simple as that. So,
Damn.
Yeah. He literally said it. If you guys go look it up in the panel, he literally says, I need the Nine-Tails help to beat Sasuke right now. I can't fuck with him. I'm sorry. Obito taunted KCM too. Yeah, the war arc, if you're talking about war arc Sage Mode that reacted to the third rate Kage, I would argue he's stronger than Pain arc Sage Mode, but yeah, it's interesting.
Damn.
Yeah. All right,
Well, you do make a good point. You do make a good point on that.
Yeah, it's interesting question though. All right, let's see these questions.
Let's see him. Hear him.
See what these people are saying. Let me laugh a little bit. I'm just kidding.
So let me laugh.
This stream is ass. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry that my differing opinion means the stream is ass, buddy.
Ooh.
Like Sasuke didn't fucking have full Yuki screaming in pain in a weaker state.
Always got those shit talkers. Like, if you think it's so ass, then why'd you come to the stream then, dumbass? Fuck
I mean, tell you what, buddy. We can debate it when I'm available. Let's see how tough you are then, pal. All right.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, these guys always talking shit.
Yeah, I know. How many subscribers do you have, bud?
I mean, it's not even about that.
wait,
It's just
9.
like, buddy, come on. Get your
And
panties out of a bun. Get your
humble,
panties out of your ass. Come on.
It's not about the subscribers. It's about whether right or you're wrong.
Plus, this is opinion. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Why
It's
you
all
so...
opinion based. It's all opinion based.
All right, what's next up?
It really is. Let's see.
I don't know
What's
why
the
it's-
next question?
And that's contentious, buddy. It's not. That one's not concrete. Who wins? Kisame versus Fire Kage-sama and Sasuke. It's not concrete. So chill out. Okay, what if Konan gained Nagato's Renegade before he passed? All right, these are more like narrative. I would say, would she even have it? You need the chakra levels to even handle the Renegade. If she had both of them implanted, would she even be able to handle that much power? Obito was only able to handle one. He stated that himself. He's like, this shit's too heavy. I can only use one.
What were Conan's chakra levels at that time?
I guarantee they're not on the level of Obito. So, I would say she'd probably lose her mind or whatever. What happens if you use something that you can't control? I don't know. I don't think she'd be able to handle it.
I don't know. I never really looked much into that.
I think she
I
wouldn't
wonder
be
if
able to even handle
someone
one,
else-
to be honest. I think she'd be. Maybe that's why she never did it. She just doesn't have the chakra levels for it. So I would say
That's
she.
the
I know
always-
that.
I would say
What
she
happens
wouldn't be
if
able to handle it.
someone-
Yeah, she wouldn't be able to handle
I
it.
wonder what happens if he can't handle it.
Yeah, we never got to see that.
Or
We
tell
never,
us.
we never got to
Yeah.
see what would happen. We do know what happens when you absorb too much, like Sage Mode. When one of the
Oh, yeah.
pains absorbs Sage Mode and is turning into a fucking frog. I don't know what would
Yeah,
happen if you get the
so.
Renegade. Maybe you would just die or some shit. I don't know. Your body just couldn't handle all the sheer amount of power. So probably something like that would happen.
No.
Yeah. How will Sarada awaken her MS? All right, this is Boruto stuff.
okay.
Probably Sasuke dying. I'm assuming Sasuke dies in front of her very eyes.
Our close friend. I like how. I like to think that they're probably gonna kill off one of their many new side characters that they brought up. I'm sorry, it's just
But
fact.
let's be
Like they did
honest.
that in
I don't know if
Naruto
you
series.
guys follow me on TikTok, but I know it's a lame ass app, but I have a TikTok and I made my take on this. Naruto and Sasuke are gonna die. They're gonna die one way or the other. Either symbolically, they become fodder, which I don't think the writers would want. Would you think the writers would really say, "All right, let's just throw them to the sideline"? Like no one would want that.
No.
So they're probably
Too
gonna
much
die.
story.
They're probably gonna die literally. They're probably gonna die literally. Probably be killed off by Code or some shit, or Ida, or Damon. So I guarantee they're gonna die unless they go the Dragon Ball route and they have the show go on for 30 years. Goku's still the main character 30 years later or some shit like that. Maybe they'll go that route. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's
Hey, but
it's
at least they clarified for Saiyans.
yeah.
Like, they age, but they don't age that much.
Yeah, they don't. Their
Like-
aging process is like much slower. Their rate is much slower. Also,
Yeah.
I think they were going that route. If I'm not mistaken, what I heard is when Gohan started to take the mantle, people weren't happy about it, and Toriyama, I think, if I'm not mistaken,
Oh,
said,
yeah.
you know what, let's keep Goku the main character and Vegeta. People were not happy about this, but what was the fucking consequence? Gohan became a pussy. Gohan became, what was it, Mr. Saiyan Man or some shit? Some like
Mr. Saiyan Man.
some fucking like
But-
whack ass guy in a
but-
red and a green
I know
fucking
we
cape.
got- I know we're off topic, but now that
Oh, the
they're
movie.
making it's looking like Gohan's gonna be a badass again.
Yeah, that better be
So,
his
we'll see what
fucking
happens.
that better be his redemption. I swear to God.
I hope so too. He's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, he better have
Mostly
his.
because of what he did to Cell. Mostly because of what he did to
Yeah,
Cell.
that was amazing.
that's
That was his peak. That was Gohan's peak. I think that was where they wanted to make him the top dog, but maybe people weren't happy with, the way with Goku and Vegeta be going to the sidelines. I don't know.
Yeah.
So they could do that with Naruto and Sasuke. Maybe if millions of people around the world start protesting their deaths. But it seems they're honestly on the sideline already, kind of. They're, for spoiler alert, but me and Sebastian know this already. They're already kind of, I don't want to say useless, but in the last chapter, I read the chapter today, the newest chapter. They literally said Naruto can't put you in check anymore. They're talking about Kawaki, the main character. He's like, dude,
Yeah,
Naruto can't keep you in check. You have Ishiki type powers, which is another Sutsuki for you guys that don't know. And Naruto is nerfed. He doesn't have the Nine Tails. You can do whatever the fuck you want. He can't touch you. He can't stop you. So they're already kind of useless, to be honest. Useless is a strong word, but let's be honest. It's heading that way.
Yeah.
Sasuke, I would argue they want to keep Naruto and Sasuke at an equal level because it wouldn't make sense to make Sasuke like fucking powerful as hell.
So that's why they took away his eye.
Yeah, took away his Renegade Sharingan. So they're already heading there. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe they'll fucking make Naruto and Sasuke relevant again. They'll regain their powers or some shit. But yeah, to answer your question, I'm going on a fucking tangent, but Sarada probably awakens it by the death of Naruto or Sasuke or both. That's probably how she's gonna awaken her Mangekyo. Probably both.
I would like to think that she might like maybe think somebody's dying, like her
or
best
Maybe.
friend,
Oh yeah.
Choji, like
Chochi, or what was his name again?
Chochi. There you go. Yeah.
Chochi. Yeah.
Her, because they get along pretty well. That's what I thought originally when I saw that question. I was like, oh, maybe they could
Yeah.
kill a friend.
Someone said people say Ishiki would have a hard time with Obito's Kamui, but don't really think about how Ishiki would. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck says that. Ishiki would fucking foderize Obito without blinking. Like that's pathetic. That would never happen.
They're not even from this planet.
Ishiki is the strongest villain they've ever fucking faced in their whole fucking lives. Naruto had to kill Kurama Kurama had to fucking off himself to kill Ishiki. That's how strong he is. So yeah, there's no way in hell that Obito's standing a fucking chance, bro. He's getting fucking clapped.
R.I.P. Kurama.
Yeah, fucking legend. What if Tsunade went with Jiraiya to face Pain? Oh shit. So what if Tsunade came with? I think they'd both die. To be honest, I think they would both die. Tsunade has the strength,
Maybe.
but
They would have gotten four.
maybe they would have put up more of a fight. Yeah, they would have put more of a fight. Her strength.
They were great as a team, though. They were great as a team. I'm not gonna lie. They were great as a team.
Good team.
Yeah, but they would need a third homie in there, or Uchimaru, to actually make a difference. And
Maybe the
Uchimaru
three
wasn't
signing
expected
could.
to
Maybe
touch
the three signing all together, possibly.
I think they would, honestly.
Possibly,
I think they would.
Pain did kill Hanzo, who fucking let the signing survive in the third grade ninja war. He spared them and gave them the mantle of the three signing. But then you could argue, well, they've gotten stronger since then. That's fair as well. But I think Pain is just on another. He's in another league.
Yeah, they would still lose.
There's levels to this. There's the 6 past characters like Naruto, Ishiki. Then there's like God tier, Hashirama, Sage Mode, and KCM2. Then there's like S+ class, Akatsuki, like Pain and all of them. And then below that would probably be like the signing and shit. So there's
But definitely though, they would have given the passive Pain a little bit of damage, a little bit more damage.
Yeah.
But
More
yeah,
damage.
but because they're a great team and because they have a relationship with each other, they're their greatest weaknesses. All they'd have to do is exploit that fact, and like maybe Tsunade's getting in a pickle, and like one of the Pains tries to take her chakra, and fucking Jiraiya is trying to hold up against like fucking 2 other Pains.
Yeah.
It's hard enough as it is.
We're probably downplaying.
It literally took the rest of them to finish the job.
Yeah.
It took like the rest of the passive Pain.
We might be downplaying it a little
Finish
bit,
up,
but
right.
I still think Pain probably comes out on top, especially in the Rain Village where he's in.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. I mean, either way, I think Tsunade and Jiraiya are fucked. but I
Tendo
think they
would
still
probably have to
more
get
of a
in.
chance.
Yeah, Tendo would probably have to get involved. Probably the main Pain.
They have like they say in the fight game, a puncher's chance.
Yeah, they probably get.
Puncher's chance.
Pain
But
gets a
I
double
don't mean
kill.
shit.
Yeah, I agree. Dion. They'd probably figure out the secret of the multiple pains faster, and with Sage Mode Jiraiya and 1000 healing Tsunade, they'd probably stand a good enough chance. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Tendo's
good
is
Not a-
faster, stronger, faster than them. Has 2. What if they do Chibaku Tensei? Then what? If he uses Chibaku Tensei, if he pulls out the big guns, they're fucked. Yeah. Do you think Amato has anything up his sleeve for next month? Wow, that's a tough question because, spoiler alert, I don't know if people read the new chapter, but at the very end of the chapter, Code's about to kill Amato with his bare hands. Amato, this is what I think is going to happen. Amato's going to say something so significant, it's going to spare Code. I mean, Code's going to spare him, or someone is going to teleport to them. Maybe Kawaki somehow learns the ability and saves fucking Code's ass. He's the only one that I can think might teleport to them. Sasuke can't do it anymore. He's gone. His Renegade Sharingan's gone, I mean. But as far as what Amato has next, Amato is arguably the smartest person in the verse right now. Literally outsmarted Ishiki. Literally created code who's arguably might be stronger than Ishiki was. I don't know if that's true. There's not enough to conclude that, but might be. So Amato's gonna think of something. I guarantee he doesn't die. I would be fucking shocked if he died in the next chapter. I guarantee he doesn't die. And he has an ulterior motive with Kawaki. I know he does. There's something he wants with Kawaki. I'm not sure what it is. He wouldn't do Chibaku Tensei. That would destroy the Vane Village. If he's pressed enough, he would. So that would be his triumph card if he had to do it. If he's on his deathbed. If he's on the brink of death, he'll use it. Like he did against fucking Naruto. But Pain probably beats them too. If it's a 3 Sannin, it could be interesting. I don't know. That could be interesting.
Yeah.
Orochimaru's fucking slippery.
I can't remember this one. I know this is off the tangent, but you know how where Pain was living at, it was always raining.
Yeah.
Wasn't the rain like a sensory type of thing? Like that's why he had it always raining or some shit. I can't remember what that was about, but I remember.
In the Rain Village, what we
episode-
do know is that
yeah.
he's at his peak there because that's where he is. I think that's like where Nagato actually is. So he's closer and his chakra's more potent. So he's at his strongest there. So
I'm talking about like, cause I remember this one part where it was like raining, but they knew Jiraiya was there
yeah.
because of the rain, but they didn't know like actually where at. I can't remember if it was. I don't know. It was weird. It was a great episode though when he went into the village when he actually fucking got in there.
Yeah. I think Pain. Yeah, he's in a different tier. He's a whole different level. I think if Jiraiya had prep time, I think Tendo would have to come into play. I don't think he does anything to Tendo. Probably.
If he had prep time, he would still have an arm.
Yeah.
But either way, he's still fucked.
Yeah, he probably.
If
Yeah.
we're bringing,
But that's a good one. Let's see.
I still think they're fucked. If you think they win, then that's fine.
Yeah, it's highly unlikely. Yeah, it's highly unlikely. I think.
Highly
You
unlikely, but
you may try to back up your characters because you have a personal connection to them. You're like, but like, no, it's just like it's like
Factual. We don't even have that much knowledge about them currently.
I mean,
accessible
maybe
to us
one of
now,
them,
but
maybe
from what we know.
maybe Tsunade will be able to escape, and Jiraiya is the one that tells her to leave while you still have a chance, and he'll try to fight all of them off. Probably still be the same way.
Yeah.
He go out the same
Then-
way, but
Yeah.
fucking Tsunade escapes with the frog.
Yeah, they're just they're out of their league against fucking Pain. The Sannin just don't stack up. Even narratively, it's just like he's on
At
the
their
next
age,
level.
not at their age, but at that point in time, I don't think they stood
Yeah.
a chance.
All right, let's see.
It's pretty interesting though if she did go.
Yeah,
I
so
don't think it would change the story though.
No.
yeah, they would have to
one
just
more
make
death
Kakashi.
Hokage.
They'd have to make Kakashi Hokage. That's it.
Or unless, like I said, Jiraiya tells Tsunade to leave while she's still.
Oh, maybe.
Has a
Yeah,
chance.
that would be a possibility too.
Yeah.
All right.
It's all going theoretical.
yeah.
Because I know Jiraiya wouldn't let her die.
No, he'd want one of them to get out of there. He'd probably tell her to go. What if Naruto brought back Sasuke in part 1? Actually, I have a take for this. If that happened, it would actually change a lot of things. First of all, Naruto's resolve, the reason it was so deeply rooted is because Sasuke left and because Sakura made him promise to save him. So if he simply saved him and brought him back, all that conviction and ambition he had wouldn't be there anymore. And I would argue he would never get to the levels he did. Sasuke was what pushed him. It was like his why. So if he was there and they were all friendly and shit, he wouldn't have no reason. He'd have reason, but he wouldn't have a reason as compelling as he did in the original to push himself to those levels.
You would have a reason. It would just be to protect the village.
Yeah, his
But,
resolve would never be what it is now.
He wouldn't be prepared beforehand for the Akatsuki, too.
Yeah, if anything,
yeah,
he would get stronger. I'm not saying he wouldn't, but it wouldn't be the same way, and he wouldn't be in a sense. He wouldn't have a sense of desperation like he did when Sasuke beat him in the final valley the first time and left. So, if anything, it would actually be counterproductive to the story and tougher on Naruto because I would argue neither one of them would get as strong as they did. Sasuke got stronger with Orochimaru, absorbed him, whatever. So Naruto was forced to get stronger, learn the Rasen Shuriken, was forced to learn Sage Mode. So it would change a lot of
He
things.
was forced.
Yeah.
He literally was forced to learn Sage Mode. Like, if you don't learn Sage Mode, then the whole fucking village is fucked.
Oh yeah, if you hadn't learned Sage Mode, then fucking Pain would have won that day. He would have gotten Naruto, and it probably would have killed everyone in the village. That's it. That's probably the end of the fucking
Would
story.
have destroyed every single village.
Oh,
Yeah, so fucking Sasuke would have to like fucking I don't know. Sasuke would still fight Itachi. Itachi would die. Pain would have Naruto.
And that version of Pain would have destroyed Obito if they would have.
Oh, if they would have
would've
done
came
that.
out.
If anything, what would have happened
Yeah.
is if he would have gotten Naruto, Obito probably would have got extracted the last one. Then it would have to get B. I mean, if anything, Pain would go after B. He'd have no issue probably.
Yeah.
He'd get him, and then they'd have all the Tailed Beast chakra. Obito would complete his plan, and then he'd probably get to a level where the Akatsuki would probably not be okay with it unless they were. I don't know what they would do if he actually was like, all right, all you guys are gonna be in a dreamlike state forever. You guys are all fucked. I don't know what they would do, but they might try to fight him off. I don't know, or maybe they don't care. I don't know. That's all theoretical though. But it would. To answer that question, it would change things drastically if fucking Naruto saved
Yeah,
Sasuke.
for sure.
yo, Jimmy.
Huh.
Sorry to cut this a little short, my introduction and everything, but I gotta go right now. Sorry, bud.
Oh, you gotta go. All right,
Yeah,
it's cool.
this was an awesome debate. Oh, not awesome.
Kind of was a debate.
Not debate, but like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool though.
I'll try to come back again.
Yeah, they enjoy when there's more of us. But fuck it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Thanks for
All right,
coming on.
later,
though.
guys.
All right, peace
No-
out,
no
dude.
problem.
All right, let's continue on.
Let's continue on.
What if Renegade Sasuke still had the curse mark? Jesus, if he still had the curse mark and had his Renegade, I mean, be amped to another extent, maybe. I don't know. That'd be fucking insane. I don't know how the if you had 6 past powers, how would that interact with the curse mark? Would it get rid of it? Would it fucking contort it in a different way? Who knows? I don't really know how that would interact. Would it just simply add on to it? Who knows? I would say probably stronger. I mean, that's my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. What's another good one? This one's a fun one. It's not Naruto, but MCU Iron Man versus DCEU Batman. Who do you think wins that?
We've had this debate before.
Oh God, I've had this debate before. Well, now that I'm not debating,
Real ones remember that debate.
yeah.
Real one remember
I'm sure some of you saw that shit against a certain someone. Let's see. So Iron Man had some. He did tank like a moon from Thanos. I think Thanos threw a moon at him or some shit. Batman fought a weakened, I would say mentally nerfed fucking Superman. But there's like scaling that implies that Batman's like beyond the speed of light. It's kind of weird. The DCU is weird. I mean, those universes in general are weird to make like competitive fights. Some humans got to go to like ridiculous levels that people wouldn't think of if they're not like analyzing it. I haven't really assessed both sides, but off the cuff, I would say maybe Iron Man. I mean, he fought fucking Thanos with the fucking.
Did you for the debate? Did you say Batman or did you say Iron Man?
And that was just in general. Yeah, I said Batman.
Oh,
yeah, Batman. I would say wins.
with time to prepare.
What's tough about that, which my opponent never realized, is that there's versions. He never brought up specific versions of characters.
Oh yeah.
It was too shitty. But yeah. Iron Man in the Marvel universe probably beats DC Universe Batman. Probably.
I'd say so.
That's off the cuff, though. I mean, there's probably more to it. Yeah.
Tough.
That's me spitballing an answer. Let's see.
Let's see.
What if Pain gave Naruto the Renegade in the Pain arc? Shit.
Would
He would-
Naruto be able to handle that?
Yeah, he would. He has insane chakra level with Kurama. But if he had the Renegade, Jesus Christ, Sasuke would be fucked. He would force his ass back to the leaf.
Naruto would freaking drag Sasuke.
Yeah, he wouldn't have a
I think he
fucking
would just throw
choice.
him back.
He wouldn't have a fucking
He would
choice.
throw
Yeah,
him back.
he'd have no choice at that point. He'd have to come back.
Yeah, Naruto with the Renegade, bro.
He might be
Oh my
strong enough
God.
to beat fucking. I don't know if he'd be able to beat Obito. I mean, Obito would be the only threat left. He might be able to beat him with the Renegade, possibly.
Isn't the Renegade? I can't remember. I might be wrong on this. Isn't the Renegade part of the Uzumaki clan?
No, it's actually from Madara was the one that originally had it, and then
Oh,
when-
Madara made it. Yeah, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and then
'Cause
when he died, Obito gave it to Nagato as a kid. And
Yeah, see, I
Naruto,
was way
yeah,
off on
and Naruto's an Uzumaki, so he would be able to handle it. Nagato's an Uzumaki too, so he'd
Oh,
be
see, yeah, that's why.
yeah, he'd be strong as fuck. Like if you had Kurama and the fucking Renegade and Sage Mode, Jesus
So
Christ.
technically, are they cousins?
They're probably cousins or like
cousins.
distant relatives or some shit. Yeah, they are from the same clan.
yeah.
So they're related. There's something, whatever it is. But yeah, I would say
I forgot,
he's
what's the Uzumaki's? I'm sorry to get off a tangent here. What's the Uzumaki's like main power?
they're known for their like sealing jutsu. They're like proficient in like I think it's called Funjutsu or some shit, like which is just ceilings. That's where Minato loaded a lot of ceilings from Kushina's family or whatever from the Uzumakis. That's why he was so good at fucking sealing. That's how he sealed Naruto, the Nine Tails into Naruto before he died.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're good at that.
I forgot about that.
They're known to have like super large amounts of chakra. That's why Naruto, even without Kurama, has a lot of chakra. They're known to be super tough. That's why people like Naruto and Kushina were able to handle the Nine Tails because they're Uzumaki. But yeah, the Uzumaki are known for that. They're definitely not on Senju or fucking modern or Chiha level though, but they're respected though. So yeah, Naruto would probably be much stronger, maybe even strong enough to beat Obito. I don't know. He might be that strong once he masters the Renegade. If he has both, especially. Or he could even use Renegade Rebirth, fucking revive the whole leaf himself. I don't know.
He would have.
Shit.
I feel like he would have done that immediately.
Well, shit, maybe he'll revive his fucking dad. I don't know. He's like, fuck it, dad, come back. I'll revive you. Who knows? There's a lot of shit he could have done. There's a lot of shit he could have done. Let's continue though.
A lot of good with the Renegade. It would have done a lot of good.
Yeah, it would have helped a lot. It would have solved a lot of problems. What if Minato never died? I've discussed this before, but we can discuss it quickly. What would happen is Naruto would not have a shit childhood. He'd have a father and a mother. He would have a fatherhood. He might grow up differently. He might not be as ambitious because he's gonna grow up privileged. He's gonna grow up the son of the fucking Hokage, similar to Boruto.
Son of the fourth Hokage.
Yeah, son of the fourth Hokage. Like, look at Boruto. He had a father, his mother. He was an arrogant little prick at the beginning. He actually resented his father because he was always busy, but he didn't realize that his dad's the fucking Hokage and has fucking responsibilities. But yeah, he bitched about it.
And duties.
If anything, it might be a similar path to fucking Boruto. He would grow up an arrogant little prick, be spoiled, silver spoon in his mouth. At the academy, he'll be looked at as the shit immediately. And yeah,
he was a little prick when he didn't have his father anyway.
yeah, even when he didn't have his father, he was still an asshole. So
I don't want to say asshole. He was a prick.
he just wouldn't be as ambitious. Yeah, he wouldn't be as.
He just did that for attention. If you really think about it. He just wanted attention.
He wouldn't be as ambitious. If anything, he might not even have the goal of being Hokage because Boruto doesn't have that goal. He sees his father, he's like, fuck that. I don't want to be like my dad. I don't want to be a fucking Hokage. So if anything, he might not have that goal anymore if his dad's alive. He might just want to be his own man.
Well,
so
and then that idea is gonna change when his dad dies.
Yeah, and if his dad does die, like while he's a child, maybe that'll change it. But if he grows up the way Boruto did, with all fucking privilege and shit, then yeah. So what would happen is, so if Minato lives, let's say Obito escapes, Minato's able to conceal the like. Let's say the Nine Tails just leaves, or Obito takes the Nine Tails, whatever. Minato lives. Minato would start to think about how to deal with well, the Uchiha were already against the leaf, so Minato would be alive. I don't think Danzo would ever have the chance of making Itachi kill the clan because Minato would be in charge and he wouldn't allow that bullshit. I know Hiruzen was kind of flexible. He was too nice with Danzo. Minato would be like, no, we're doing shit my way, motherfucker. I'm the Hokage now. So
Oh yeah, I always wondered what Minato would have done.
Yeah, he was more cutthroat than Hiruzen. He does what he has to do. So he would say, fuck you, Danzo. I'm doing shit my way. If anything, he would want peace. Or he would go talk to Fugaku, Itachi, and Sasuke's dad. He'd probably go talk to them and say, listen, man, you have two choices. Yeah, he'd talk to him like a man and say, listen, pal, we can make peace or we can go to war. You're going to lose. Just know that. And they would lose. If Minato's there, they're going to lose.
For sure.
Yeah, no one's beating him. He could probably solo them, low-key. So
what about Itachi? He would be Itachi, you think?
Yeah, he'd be Kid Itachi. Kid Itachi wouldn't fuck with him. Even Prime Itachi, I would argue, probably beats him. But Fugaku's weaker than Minato, though. We all know that. He actually was a candidate for the.
We all know that.
Yeah, so he would be like, all right, we got no choice, but he is being peaceful. If anything, Minato is more understanding. Maybe he would believe them, because people thought that the Uchiha caused the Nine Tails attack when it was really Obito's fault. Maybe Minato would understand. He would talk to him and they'd be like, dude, I didn't kill them. I didn't cause this destruction. It was something else. And Minato fighting Obito, he fought Obito. He would know that he's telling the truth because he fought the guy that did it. And he would think Madara's alive. So, if anything, he might ask the Uchiha for help. He might
He literally put a hand on him. He literally was able to.
Oh, and he has a seal on him. That would be so fucking beneficial. He has a seal on his back. You go find him and kill him. He'd be fucked. Obito would be fucked if that happened. If anything, Minato would he'd probably teleport him. Let's say he brings his sensei. Let's say he brings Hiruzen. They're fucked. The Akatsuki's fucked. They're getting fucked up. Yeah, if anything, it would end the story pretty quickly. Minato would take care of business if he was alive. Obito would be fucked. Madara, I think, was already dead, or almost dead. The Akatsuki wasn't even formed yet. I don't think Nagato was even around yet. He was still a kid. So yeah, they'd be fucked.
No, wait. When did that attack happen?
Yeah, it happened when Itachi was a kid. He was only like 6 years old or some shit.
I was gonna say that was after the third Great Ninja War. Right?
Yeah, that was after. Yeah. Oh yeah, so Nagato was kind of around already, or I think and then yeah, so Itachi was still a child. Sasuke was a baby. Naruto was a baby. So yeah, it would have changed a lot of shit. Naruto would have married Sakura. I don't know about that. Minato would probably be like, she is problems. Minato would probably give him advice. Hinata would probably still be the one he married. So, but yeah, that would be interesting if Minato never died. It would change everything. Naruto would be changed. Sasuke would be changed. His family would have never died. He would have been a nice kid. He probably would have been similar to Itachi, like a nice dude.
Oh.
Because Itachi
Itachi would still be alive.
Yeah, Itachi would still be alive. He was older than Obito. Really, Nagato's older than Obito.
And the Hidden Leaf Village.
Yeah, they would have Minato, the powerful leader.
They would not be fucked with.
Oh, fuck no. Yeah, no one would fuck with them with Minato around.
And Itachi.
Yeah, and Itachi would grow up, become a fucking monster. Sasuke would be trained by Itachi, so he probably would get really strong too. Naruto would still be strong. I just don't think he'd be as ambitious as he was in the original storyline. Because he'd be like, oh, I have my dad. Sasuke's my friend. Whatever. They'd probably be rivals still, though, but it'd be more friendly. I think Naruto and Sasuke.
I don't know about that. I don't know about if they'll still be friendly or not.
Yeah, they'd probably look at each other and they'd be like, yeah, bitch, you're an Uchiha. Like, they'd probably be like, there'll be a rivalry there, for sure. It'd be like...
There's always going to be a rivalry. Always.
Yeah, always, yeah. Those two, that would have happened either way. Because you got, like, Fugaku's son, who was a candidate for the 4th Hokage. And then you got Minato, the 4th Hokage, and you got their 2 sons in the academy. Everyone would be like, oh, these guys are the next guys up. Like, they're the top dogs in the academy.
Yeah. Never would have high expectations.
Both, yeah. Naruto wouldn't be looked at as a fucking loser, for sure. If anything, Naruto might learn the Flying Raijin if he had his father around. Maybe his father would teach him the Flying Raijin. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking sick, honestly.
Naruto with teleportation? Like his dad?
Like his dad. Yeah, and a lot of shit would change. A lot of shit would fucking change. Let's see what else here. What if Rin never died?
Oh.
Obito would have came back with the leaf. If, let's say, instead of seeing her getting Chidori through the fucking heart, he would show up. She's still living. Kakashi's with her. Let's say she's still unconscious or whatever. Then they would just go back home, I think. I think he would go back home. Madara's plans would go to shit. And they'd probably still have to fight off some, what are they? The mist Jonin that attacked, who Obito fucking slaughtered. They'd have to leave. They probably wouldn't even fight them. They'd probably run off because Obito wouldn't get that amp that he got when he saw Rin die. They'd probably run off, go back to the leaf. Minato would probably be like, thank God he's still alive. Madara is kind of useless. He's too old to do anything. He does have Zetsu, but Zetsu's a little bitch. He does things behind the scenes.
He was the orchestrator of everything.
Yeah, Zetsu's a piece of shit, man. It would be similar to if Minato were still alive. Yeah, a lot of things would change. Obito would have never attacked the leaf, so Minato would still be living. Madara would die. His plans would never come to fruition. Zetsu would have to go to another person to try and manipulate. I don't know who he would go to. But if anything, maybe Obito would talk to Minato about Zetsu and say, there's this white dude that's fucking up it, that works with Madara. I don't know who he is, but we should take care of him. And then Minato would probably slaughter Zetsu. Yeah, the story would end there. So it'd be boring. So all these scenarios would make the show boring. There would be no drama. Because the strong guys would have never died. So it's really that simple. Let's see what else. What if Naruto married Sakura? He would be miserable. He'd be a miserable man. Sakura is a toxic, selfish woman who simps over bad boys, and ends up in toxic relationships.
Adult Hinata is scary too.
Adult Hinata's she's a bad bitch.
Yeah, she's scary too.
And she's scary. Yeah, and she's scary. I would say Naruto would be miserable. He'd be miserable with her. Minato's not around, but if Minato were around, he would say, dude, he would even allow that marriage, let's be honest. Minato would be like, there's no way you're marrying this hoe, bro. Hell no. But if Minato's not around...
Over my dead body.
Yeah, like, over my dead body, buddy. You think I'm going to sit here and let you marry this hoe? I don't think so. Yeah, it wouldn't go well. It wouldn't go well for him. He'd be miserable. She'd probably cheat on him.
Where would
probably cheat on him with
the Nine
Sasuke.
Tails be, though?
Oh, yeah.
Would the Nine Tails still be in Kushina?
If Minato never died... Well, if Rin never died, yeah, it'd still be in Kushina. If Minato never died, but Obito still does what he did and unleashes the Nine Tails, would Minato just seal it inside himself? I don't know he would have to seal it. Maybe he would still seal it within half in himself, half in Naruto. Maybe he would do that. Maybe, because he had trouble even holding half. He's like, damn, this shit's heavy. You remember he said that. He said this chakra is very heavy to contain. So he probably still would seal it in him and Naruto, except he wouldn't die this time. Maybe that's what would happen.
So he would have half and half.
Half and half, and they would grow. Oh, if anything, Naruto would still be pretty powerful. They would both master. Minato would probably master KCM, and then when Naruto gets older, he would teach Naruto KCM. Imagine both of them alive, and no one would fuck with them ever. They're never touching. No one's touching it. Obito.
No one would attack the fucking.
Hell no.
The village.
Yeah, hell no.
I mean, if you want to get destroyed.
Yeah, you get obliterated by both of them.
If you have a death wish or you just want to kill yourself, then yeah, go attack the hidden leaf.
Yeah, they'd be fucked. What if Sai was used more in the series? I always thought it was interesting. Sadly, never got much screen time. Sai to me. What do you think of Sai, John? Fucking Sai.
I mean, he's cool. I don't mind him. He was cool, but he's kind of bland.
Yeah, I would say he's bland. And to be honest, I thought
he was cool though.
Yeah, he was cool at the beginning. He had like some mysterious aspect about him. What if Sai was used more in the series? Let's see. What's the way they could have made him cooler? Let's see. They could have
maybe him not betraying Danzo.
Oh, not betraying Danzo, like being a villain, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Remember, he was told by Danzo to go get, what was it?
I think Naruto, right?
He have?
Or was it to kill Sasuke?
Yeah.
Oh, it's to kill Sasuke. That's right. It was to kill Sasuke. You know what would have been cool if fucking Sai was stronger and was like strong enough to at least compete with Sasuke. That would have been sick. Like, let's say they show up and Sai's like, "You're fucked, buddy." Tries to fight him.
He didn't break the mission. Like, he didn't break his mission. I feel like it could have been more interesting.
Yeah,
with him.
they could have made him like,
I can't break my mission.
Yeah, like he's more mysterious. He fights Sasuke, Orochimaru, and Rin stops the fight. Sai retreats, goes back to the foundation. He's like a powerful shinobi that Naruto's not strong enough quite yet. That would have been more intriguing.
Yeah.
Instead, he was like a soy boy, fucking bland ass character. Like, he was fucking whack. But yeah, I didn't really like him. But there's a lot of things they could have done with him that would have been interesting. But
yeah.
That's...
I mean, I don't hate him. I thought he was, like you said, cool and mysterious.
Yeah, at the beginning, yeah.
Like the way, at that way you said, like, oh, he has to fight Sasuke. Then yeah, I would have liked to see that, or try to kill Sasuke, because I think that was his mission, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
To get his Sasuke's Sharingan or something.
Yeah, I could see him learning Snake Sage mode with Kabuto. He's talking about Sai? or I'm not sure he's talking about there. All right. Dragon Ball question.
Snake.
What if Goku went
Oh.
in the time chamber first in the Android saga? The time chamber. What do you think, John? If he would have went in the time chamber before, I'm assuming before he encountered the androids.
And then those androids would have been kind of fucked.
Yeah, I think
being honest.
time chamber seems to, like, you can't really quantify how much stronger someone gets, but it seems to amp you up quite a bit.
Because when I think it was Goku and Gohan, when they went in there together, they trained so hard that they stayed in Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
form
they
for,
they had like mastered Super Saiyan form or some shit, whatever the technical
Yeah.
term's called.
and I think it couldn't wear off.
Yeah,
They were fucking.
it's
they
like
stayed
like
strong
in
for, like,
base
the entire
they're already like insane, like Super Saiyan mode or some shit.
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah?
I would say it'd be a problem for the androids. I would have to look that into that deeper, but the androids would have a much
Yeah, but
different time.
I'd say that those androids are will kind of be fucked.
Yeah, if he's in the time chamber,
Cell would still be a problem.
yeah, Cell was just
Cell would still be a problem.
by the time he was
It would
perfect
still
Cell, yeah, he's at another level.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Oh, this is a more of a fun question. Smash, marry, kill. Okay.
Oh.
Conan, Tsunade, and Tamari. Okay.
Oh Jesus.
Damn. Who would I kill? I'm not into Conan, the short hair and shit. Probably Conan would die. Who would I smash? I've never seen Tsunade as a wife, so I would just clap. And then like just free her to the streets. Tamari is a wife in Boruto, so marry Tamari. She's bad too. So
Damn, you have my order too. Kill Conan,
yeah, I'd probably kill
smash
Conan.
Tsunade, and marry Tamari. Even though Tamari is boring, but that's good. She
Yeah,
doesn't cause any problems.
she's feisty too. That's good in the sheets. So
Oh yeah.
Tsunade's like
Yeah.
Tsunade's like kind of a tease. Like she teased Jiraiya for years. Like, bro, come on, you should just give it up. But
Blue-balled.
she blue balled him for like 20 years, 30 years. So it's fake.
Jiraiya was still getting action though. Let's not get it twisted.
He was a fucking. What was it called? What did he call himself? The fucking Shinobi Gallant or some shit. Whatever he called himself.
I think so.
And he would get box everywhere, like all of those like outside villages. Yeah, he'd get a lot of box. But he always loved Tsunade, but she was fake though. Yeah, that's fake shit. She knows she wanted it. She was playing hard. She was playing hard to get all
Just
those
like
years.
Sakura.
Sakura too, yeah. Sakura's even worse, but she's fucking.
Even when Sakura said that she liked Naruto, I'm like,
Oh, dude,
you're just saying
I
that.
hated her even more after she said that bullshit. I was like, you trying to play
and
him?
Naruto's like, why are you lying?
He's like, what the fuck are you lying to me, bitch? But even he knew that it was cap. He's like, listen, bitch, I know you don't love me, and you're trying to make me stop going after Sasuke. No.
Was that before or after Naruto had a panic attack?
I think that was before. That was before, yeah. All
I
right.
remember that when he went into a panic attack, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, he
I
like
never
had
seen
a
Naruto like that.
yeah, he literally had a panic attack, and it was like, yeah, it was after that. That bitch did that to him, man. It's fake as fuck. All right, folks, we answered all the questions. If you guys have any more, go ahead and ask. There is one thing I want to discuss.
Interesting questions, though. They're good questions.
those are good questions.
Keep them up. Shout out to the Discord.
Shout out to the Discord. And shout out to those that talk shit too. Shout out to you guys as well.
Make it fun for us. Make it fun for us.
Makes it fun. It lights a fire under our bellies, and we'll see you soon.
It doesn't mean anything
We'll
to us.
see you. Yeah, all I can say is we'll see you soon, buddy. We'll see you real soon. But there's something I want to talk. See, someone said something. To be fair, it was Sai who convinced her to try to kill Sasuke like an idiot. Yeah, fuck Sai, bro. Sai's fucking soy boy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Soy boy ass fucking shinobi. There's one thing I want to talk
He was pretty badass Anbu.
Yeah, at first,
he
was. Smash, marry, kill. Okay, Android 18.
Another one.
Android 18.
Uh-huh.
Android 21. I'm not sure if you know what she looks like. She's from Dragon Ball Heroes. If you want to look it up. Yeah. Let me see if I can show you. Well, actually, I don't know if I can show you on here. So Android 21, and then what was the other one? I missed it. Shit.
Well, I'm marrying Android 18. That's right off the bat.
Toa was the other one. I don't know if you want to look up how she looks like. So it's Android 18, Android 21, and Toa.
Let me see.
Let's
I'm gonna look
see.
it up on my computer here.
It's tough to decide who's more bad, Toa or Android 21. Let's just get this out of the way. Android 18 is getting married. I'm marrying Android
Getting married
18 instantly. She's
Instantly.
bad as hell. Between Toa and Android 21, that's a tough one.
Let me see. Android.
I mean, Android 21 is bad. Let me see Toa.
Oh. Let
Yeah.
me see. I smash.
Let me see Toa real quick. Let me compare the two pictures side by side real quick.
How do you spell the other one? How do you spell
It's
the other
a TOWA. I just need to compare their look. Toa she got the curves going on. She has more curves. I'd probably smash Toa. I'd probably kill 21. She's a little curvier, more my type.
Mine's changed. I would kill Android 21. Smash Toa. And then marry Android 18 because yes.
Damn.
Because yes, Android 18, yes.
Yeah, Android 18 is a bad bitch. Toa's pretty bad too. Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about that.
compared to the other two, 21's kind of mid in my opinion. Unfortunately, she doesn't have the curves or the wife
If you
material.
don't like it, then too bad.
All right, someone asked Z Broly versus Cell. What do you think about that one, John?
Z Broly versus Cell.
Yeah.
Oh shit, my phone was out again. Fuck. All right, here we go. Z Broly. Which one? Like when they first introduced him?
Let's just say full power, like him, like full power Z Broly. So this is the way I look at it. Super Saiyan 3, we can agree is stronger than Cell.
Yes.
And you can argue Super Saiyan 3 would stand a chance against Broly. So I would say probably Broly. I would say
because only because full powered Cell, he only had Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Or was it was it Super Saiyan, or did he have Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2? Or was it just Super Saiyan?
That's a tough one.
I think it was only Super Saiyan.
Yeah, because he did lose. Well, it was a bloodlust and amped fucking Gohan. But
yeah,
I would argue, yeah, Broly is probably might be relative to Boo. I don't know. I tend to believe Z.
Relative to Boo, that's
I don't know if he's like as strong. But I would say I think you can safely say he's stronger than Cell. I tend to lean towards Broly.
Definitely strong. I'll lean towards Broly.
Yeah.
If it's freaking zombie Broly or whatever that was when they brought him back again, I'm like, no.
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 Toa is bad as fuck. Yeah, dude, she's fucking fine.
That's a W. W in the chat for Toa. Can I
Yeah.
get a W in the chat for Toa?
Yeah, she's bad as hell.
I can't see the chat. Let me see if they're seeing W.
I think that's from fucking. I think I might have seen her in one of the games in the Xenoverse. I'm not sure if that was her, but she's fine as hell. Let me see if there's any other questions here. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was gonna say. Now this is my promise to you folks. All right, because I've seen this many times, and not my community, because my community is clean. But I'm talking about other communities. So doxing, right? For you guys who don't know what that is, it's like exposing private information and having malicious intent when you lose a debate or whatever, or you have like adversarial views on an anime fucking character. Let me say this, folks. Anyone who does that is a fucking bitch. So anyone who doxes or has malicious intent to that extent, you can talk shit. I'm all for that. I love the hostility. But if you're gonna fucking try to destroy someone's life because you lose a fucking anime debate, you're a fucking loser, bro. You're fucking pathetic. So if anyone does that, you're pathetic. And that's why I don't affiliate with certain people on this community. You guys know what I'm talking about. Fuck that motherfucker. And fuck all those people that do that shit. So basically, I'm guaranteeing, guys, in my server, that won't happen. I promise you. You guys, if there's ever doxing in my shit, any of you guys getting doxed...
He tried to dox you?
No, it's just in general. Like, no one's trying to dox me, but that one loser that everyone knows about, that guy's a fucking loser. I'll never affiliate with that loser because doxing, you're fucking pathetic, bro. So if you guys are ever fearing of getting doxed and you're in my shit, let me know, bro, and I got you. So whoever doxes is a fucking loser. I don't give a fuck if you're a big name, small name, you're a fucking loser, bro. Like, I would never, in my server, I will never allow that bullshit. Ever. Like, that shit's pathetic. But yeah, so doxing and all that bullshit, it's pathetic, bro. It's pathetic. I had to say that because I've seen that a lot. I've seen some servers with some fucked up shit. Guys that are doxing because they lose a fucking debate. Like, you're fucking pathetic, bro. Go get some pussy. Go to the gym. Go make some money. Like, what are you fucking doing, bro, with your life? Get your life together.
Get some bitches.
Get your life together, bro. If you got a dox, you're a fucking loser, bro. I'm sorry. And it's probably not even worth doxing you because you're probably a fucking loser. I'm sorry. Okay. I had to say that, guys. I got your guys' back. Doxing, there's no tolerance for that bullshit, bro. At all. And I'll try my best to have this community never become that toxic-ass, nasty, ratchet-ass environment. I got you guys. That'll never happen. Last Mary Smash kill. Kushina, Hinata, and Kaguya.
I'm marrying.
I'm absolutely marrying Hinata. Now, here's the thing about Kaguya. She has a certain MILF aura about her. Something about Kaguya. Let me look at Kaguya real quick. Let me look at it real quick. Get a good view of her.
Kaguya Atsuki?
Yeah, Kaguya or Kushina. Who would you kill? I don't know. Something about Kaguya is just, it's appealing.
I'm killing Kaguya.
Really?
Yep.
Something about her. I don't know. She has that.
Too much drama.
Too much drama.
Literally, you know I'm not wrong about
That's
that.
true.
She
That's
has
true.
too much drama.
She started destroying
Too much.
the world because of her children. And...
I'm marrying Hinata. She has no.
Oh yeah,
problem.
that's easy. Definitely marrying
I'm
Hinata.
smashing Was it Kushina?
I mean, Kushina is a wife. She was a wife to Minato. Gave him a child.
I'm killing Kaguya. I don't care. I'm killing her.
Yeah, it's just something about Kaguya. I just
Too many
like
problems.
the challenge. I don't know. She's a little feisty, but
I
mean, Kushina's feisty too. She's feisty too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my list. That's my list.
I should probably stick to humans, though. Yeah. Well, Kushina's their shinobi, but she's closer to humans, so probably Kushina. Probably kill Kaguya. But you know, if on a boring night, the night's slow. It's a slow night. I see Kaguya like at a bar or some shit. I'd probably clap. One night stand, of course. I would never commit to that. It's a lot of problems. But yeah, there's something about her. It's like it'd be nice for a one night stand, but I don't know. Yeah, probably Kushina. What do you say?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I'll ask you this in a little bit. Yeah, finish
Alright,
up.
so Kushina. Oh, no, let's start from the bottom. Kaguya kill. Kushina clap, and then marry Hinata easily. So,
So we have the same list. We're in agreement here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you want to move into MMA yet. If you
you know
want
what?
to talk
Fuck it.
about that.
Let's do MMA. We haven't done it so fucking long.
I want to get your thoughts on this. As you know, Charles Oliveira.
Oh, Oliveira.
Won last week, beat Justin Gaethje first round submission, and Khabib, your favorite lightweight of all time, Khabib, he said, and I quote, "There is a champion, and his name is Charles Oliveira, but he's not undisputed champion." What are your thoughts on that? I want to get your take. What's your take on that?
Not undisputed. All right. So first off, folks, if you have questions, let us know. MMA questions would be greatly appreciated. But also anime.
Islam Makhachev to fight Charles.
Yeah.
He really wants Charles
Let's see.
to fight Islam.
Ask any questions you may have,
So what are your
folks.
thoughts on
But we're talking about this now. When Khabib said that, I did see what he said. I heard what he said. I'm sorry, Khabib, but Charles has beaten guys that you have beaten. And he's finished them just like
Soundly,
you have.
I might add.
And soundly. And he's beaten them the same way you have. In fact, he might have beaten him worse. He beat Justin worse than you beat Justin. He beat the shit out of Justin, and then he choked him out.
Because Khabib showed mercy.
Yeah, he showed mercy. Oliveira doesn't show mercy. He just shows no mercy. Oliveira is the undisputed champ. Islam is not at a level I would say that you have to beat to be considered undisputed. He beat Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker has fallen off to some extent ever since Dustin gave him that beating, and that beating was awful. He beat the shit out of Dan Hooker. Not taking away credit from Islam. He dominated Dan, but that's not the same Dan that fought Hooker. Yeah, he's a gatekeeper. And that's not the same Dan that Dustin fought. I'm sorry, it's not the same Dan at all. Islam, in all reality, loses. I think he loses to Oliveira. I think.
I'd say second round submission, in my opinion.
I think Oliveira's striking is too good. It's underrated. I mean, shit, he fucking.
Come on, he has the most submission finishes in UFC history.
He clipped Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje is arguably one of the best boxers in the UFC, and he was going toe to toe. I mean, he got dropped by Dustin, but he was able to contend with Justin and able to make an adjustment to shut Dustin down with which was the body shots. So I would say he is undisputed. He's beaten enough of the top guys to beat. He beat Chandler. He beat Dustin, who was arguably the #1 contender in the world, who I thought was going to beat Charles. I was wrong. So he beat Dustin, and then he beat Justin. So those are like arguably the top 3 guys in the division right now. I'd say he is the undisputed. And if Islam does beat Charles, then hey man, he's the best in the world. If he does beat him.
Now a follow up to that question:
Yeah.
if that fight were to happen between Charles Oliveira and Islam for the vacated,
Unfortunately, yeah.
Charles is considered to me he's a champion. He's a champion. He's just got to fight to get his belt back.
Yeah.
If Charles beats Islam, do you think that's enough for Khabib to come out of retirement one last time to fight Charles for the belt? Do you think that would be enough?
That might be enough. I don't think it'd quite be enough. I think what would be is if in some alternate world Conor comes back and wins and gets the belt against Islam, then Khabib would come back. That would wake him up again. If Islam beats Charles and then Conor comes back, fights Islam, let's say he knocks out Islam, Khabib's coming out of retirement. I guarantee he comes out. I think I heard him say that. I think I might have heard him say a quote somewhere where he said, if Conor beats Islam, that will get me up again. And that would be a massive fucking fight if that ever happened. I'm kind of hoping that happens. I'm not going to lie. I kind of hope Conor wins the belt. He beats Islam. Khabib comes back. We have a mega fight again.
I do want to see Conor versus Michael Chandler because I feel like
I love
Conor
that
would
fight.
have an advantage. I don't want to say advantage. I feel like he had more of a chance in that fight.
Yeah, Michael Chandler.
Chandler can get easily clipped.
Yeah, he gets clipped a lot. He has some holes in his game as far as striking. Against Justin,
He's a great fighter, though.
He's a great fighter. Super powerful. I mean, you saw how he fucked up Tony Ferguson.
Yeah. I mean, Tony, that's not the same Tony anymore.
But let's be honest, that's not. Ever since Justin gave him the beating of his life, he's never been the same. I don't think he ever will be the same. But Tony looked good. I think he did clip Chandler in the eye pretty bad.
Yeah.
And if Conor hits you, he's not gonna cut you. He's gonna drop you. So, Conor has a really.
The question is, does Conor still has a pretty mean left hand, but will it be enough to finish the job? That's the real question about his game.
And especially if it's at 170.
I'm not gonna say he doesn't have it anymore. I'm not gonna say he doesn't have it anymore because those fights with Dustin, he's shown that he still has it.
Oh yeah.
It's just about finishing it.
Yeah.
Can he finish it?
He just
That's
needs.
the problem.
He needs to like polish his MMA skills all around again. It's like he's a little rusty.
I mean, Chandler offered it at 170, so Conor wouldn't have to cut that much weight.
Wouldn't have to cut weight. His weight cut wouldn't be as bad. He wouldn't have to worry about cutting down all that muscle he's built. He'd probably be the bigger man. Chandler's not that tall. I'm pretty sure.
No, I think they're around the same height.
Oh really? Then yeah.
Chandler's 5'8", Connor's 5'9".
Yeah,
like
almost the same height. Almost the same height. Yeah. So I actually tend to lean towards Conor. If he can stop the takedowns, I don't think Chandler beats him in a boxing match. I think Connor's too good. He's still a very good boxer. Dustin, people don't realize how good Dustin is at boxing. He's probably the best.
Oh yeah, didn't he say he wants to fight Kobe Covington, or he accepted Kobe Covington's
challenge? He did say that. He said, I forgot what he said. He like started talking shit and said, "This is what happens" or some shit. He actually did accept. I would love to see that. I'd love to see that.
At 170, I feel like that would be a great thing for the welterweight division.
Oh man,
if Dustin moves up. Dustin moves up a weight.
If that happens this year, that could arguably be the biggest fight of the year. It might be bigger than Masvidal and Colby. Maybe.
Well, for sure, because
yeah, it could be bigger.
Freaking Dustin would have a better chance.
Yeah, and Dustin's a big name. What Conor does when you fight Conor, you become the biggest name in the world. So when Khabib fought Conor, he exploded. When Dustin
beat Conor?
Oh fuck yeah, Khabib exploded, and so did Dustin. They were stars, but when they beat Conor, they shot up to like new heights. So
Khabib, you should thank Conor for that.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, you weren't getting that much recognition as lightweight champ till you fought Conor.
Yeah, he never did. He was like, people like recognized like, oh, he's undefeated, but when he beat Conor is when everything changed. Everything changed for him. He became like he became a casual's household name. He was only like a hardcore household name when he beat Conor.
Yeah.
Because Conor he's at a level we might not ever see another fighter get to. I think he transcends the UFC itself.
I don't think you're ever going to see that in boxing or UFC again.
He literally
he transcended everything.
Yeah, he literally transcends the UFC. He gets like literally like Hollywood actor numbers. If ever, anything that's affiliated with his fucking name on ESPN, on Mac Life, it blows up to like levels you don't see.
Record bias.
Yeah, it's
record
like
bias.
literally like it's like fucking Hollywood actor numbers. Like fucking seeing some bullshit about the Kardashian on YouTube. That's how big he is. He's like a massive worldwide star. So he's a unicorn in the UFC. There's no one even honestly, no one comes close. Not Masvidal, not Adesanya, not fucking Sean O'Malley. No one comes close to him. Not even Khabib. So and Khabib's gone. So that's gone too. So Conor, anything that comes with Conor, it's gonna change your fucking life, whether you win or lose. So Chandler, I can see why he wants that fight. He's gonna make the most money he's ever had. It's not even close. He's probably gonna make millions fighting Conor McGregor. So I don't blame him. I kind of think Conor wins, especially if he can stop the takedowns. His takedown defense isn't bad. It's not bad. Khabib just happened to be the best wrestler of all time. I mean, no one stopped him. No one did. So
I would say best wrestler, maybe best grappler.
Grappler, yeah.
Grappler.
Best grappler I've ever seen in the octagon. So Conor, I think he'd be able to stop Chandler's takedowns. If his legs back up to speed, he's explosive. He uses that long range style where he's like ready and cautious for the takedown. I think he beats Chandler. I think he probably finishes Chandler. Chandler's a little reckless. He likes to put on a show. He even says it himself. He's kind of similar to Justin Gaethje in that way. A little reckless.
I mean,
I respect it. Yeah, I
you
respect
want to win the fight, but you want to put on a show at the same time. I respect it.
He's a lot like Justin Gaethje. Like he's all in. He just swings for the fences. He either works or it doesn't. Like he either gets a knockout or he loses by finish, like he did against Oliveira or Dustin or fucking Eddie Alvarez. Like against Ferguson it worked, but against Dustin it didn't. Against Oliveira it didn't.
Because they're the same. They're the same. They're like you said. They're the same.
Yeah, so it's like a hit or miss.
But Justin's been doing that a lot longer in the UFC than Michael Chandler has.
Yeah, and they both were on the fence for a while. I remember when Justin got clipped, but Justin's just a little better, a little younger, a little less damage, little less mileage. I think Conor probably beats him if Conor's himself, or at least like a portion of what he once was. Like if he's like 90% of what he was, I'd say he beats Chandler. Yeah, he probably beats Chandler.
So lightweight division's on fire.
We're hearing
rumblings of Conor coming back again.
Yeah,
the rumblings. Conor's teasing when he's gonna return on Twitter.
Yeah, I've seen a lot.
Saying I'm gonna return in blank blank blank. He didn't say it, but he's returning.
Yeah,
he's coming back sooner.
I hear a lot of sources. A lot of sources say next year, but I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe he'll be back this year.
I want to say next year.
Yeah,
I want to say next year.
Maybe like end of the year, maybe September, October, if we're lucky. Make sure his leg is up to speed. I wouldn't want to see him break his fucking leg again.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, hopefully.
I know you're not the biggest. I know you're not the biggest Conor fan, but you respect what he's done. But even you don't want to see Conor not at 100%.
Oh no, I want to see him at his best. I mean, let's be honest. When he's around, the UFC is the biggest. The UFC knows how important he is. Yeah, he's literally on the level of like Ronaldo and like LeBron James. That's how big he is. He's literally like money wise, popularity wise. He's the only guy at that level. There is no other fighter at that level in the MMA. Even in boxing, only guys I can think of are probably like Canelo and Tyson Fury. The only guys on his level. So.
And speaking of more UFC megastars here, Jon Jones.
Oh man, dude.
September most likely.
I'm praying. I am praying. I think apparently Jon Jones.
Looking like September.
I heard Jon Jones he's almost above the heavyweight limit as far as weight was concerned. So apparently he's like 265 right now.
Well, what do you have to be to tend to be in the heavyweight division?
Anywhere from 225 to 265, you're good. I mean, he'll be fine. It's not gonna be a problem, but he's really bulking up. I heard Stipe did too. He put on about 15 pounds of lean muscle. Honestly,
so it's for sure that this fight's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, I'm like 99% sure it's gonna happen. I'll be shocked if it doesn't. John has said it. He said it's going to happen in September. Stipe wants it.
Let's see the revealed targeted date. Let me just take a look at this real quick. Let me see. It said Jon Jones said he originally heard that the fight was supposed to happen July 2nd. But
yeah, apparently it was Stipe's side that said he didn't want it or some shit, which is kind of odd.
I think Stipe's side said he wanted more time to train, so he pushed it back to September 24th. And I mean,
I get it.
He was a former UFC heavyweight champion. He deserves to have that,
Yeah,
He deserves to have a say.
yeah,
Look,
he's
no,
the
I'm not
greatest.
I won't be ready around that time.
He's the greatest
I won't be ready
heavyweight.
around that time.
Yeah, he's the greatest heavyweight of all time still. So
Oh, for sure.
yeah, he still
So
is.
yeah, I gotta respect that. I say, you know
Yeah.
what? I don't feel like I'm at my best yet. I don't feel like I'm ready. I mean,
Yeah.
give me till September.
Yeah, I would
I mean,
say.
that's still
Yeah,
a
I
long
would
way
say.
to go, but-
Yeah, I definitely want to see Stipe at his best. I wouldn't want to not see him at his best. So I still think John is just too well-rounded, too long, too intelligent, and I think overall he's just better. Honestly, I think he's better everywhere. His boxing's better, his wrestling's better. Stipe might have the power advantage as far as like the hands because he is a heavyweight, but I think Jon Jones' kicks is still going to be an issue. His power is enough to knock out DC. His power is not going to be an issue at heavyweight. He might not be Francis fucking Ngannou, but his power's there. He can contend. There's guys like apparently there's actually a fighter that's a contender currently in the heavyweight. I think his name was De Castro. I think that's his name. He's a top contender. He said that Jon Jones is going to be champ. He's like, I fought this guy, and he beat the shit out of me. I was like, what? And that was and that's a current heavyweight contender. He said that Jon Jones is a fucking animal. Is what he said. He's like, dude, I couldn't contend with him. He's going to be a champion. And there's many stories of Jon Jones manhandling gigantic men, like Josh Barnett and fucking big heavyweights. So honestly, I think that Jon Jones is gonna be just fine at heavyweight, and I think he's gonna
I
be.
think so too, because
Yeah.
like you said, he walks around at that weight anyway.
Yeah, he walks around, and especially now, he's gigantic. So,
Yeah.
I would say he's gonna. Honestly, I think he can be champ. I think he can be champ.
I think he's gonna be a champ too. Would
Yeah.
that? Do you think in your mind? Let's see. In your mind, if he wins the UFC heavyweight belt, you think that would solidify him as the greatest of all time?
Oh, if he wins, yeah.
A stamp on it, close the book, it's over. Jon Jones is the greatest mixed martial artist of all time.
Yeah, I think if he wins the heavyweight title, he already, in my mind, he already is the greatest. If he wins that, no one can say shit. No one can say a damn word. They can't bring up GSP. They can't bring
But
up.
then those people are gonna be like, well, DC won. He did it first. He was a two-weight champ. But but DC dropped the belt.
Yeah, if DC lost to Stipe twice, he lost to Jon Jones twice, and Stipe.
I mean,
yeah,
but they're not gonna count it. They're not gonna count the second one. But whatever. He got knocked out, plain and simple. He lost.
yeah, he lost, and Jon Jones clear superior. He out wrestled him, and he knocked him out. He's better than him in every way. DC knows that. He'll never admit that. He knows that Jon Jones is better than him. Jon Jones knows that. You can argue Stipe is better than him. Stipe wasn't young either when he beat DC. Stipe is almost 42.
And if the people that are mixed martial artists here, if they are in the chat thinking that we're just talking out of our asses, go rewatch those fights.
Yeah,
please. I beg you, please go rewatch them.
I'll give DC this. He did well. Yeah, he did well in the second fight at the beginning until Jon Jones exposed his weakness. He exposed his weakness and he knocked him out. And he literally called out the weakness. He's like, I know. I think he said, I know you. You know that I dropped my left hand, but you're not gonna get me this time. And that's exactly how I got him. Knocked him out the same way. So Jon Jones is the greatest of all time. I mean, it's universal. The only guys that talk shit are these dumbass people that say he's a drug cheat. Let me tell you something, dude. I would argue 70% of the motherfuckers he fought in his prime were on steroids, blatantly. Vitor, I guarantee it. Shogun. Vitor, that motherfucker broke his arm and he still beat him. What the hell?
You don't even need to guarantee Vitor's.
Yeah, we know he is. And honestly,
knows he was on that testosterone shit.
And that was the pre-USADA. I'd argue most of those guys were on steroids. And I'll argue this: John was not at his best. He was partying every week, getting blacked out drunk before he fights, and he's still winning. It's finishing.
And we tell everyone, look at the chemist. Look at the chemist.
Jeff Nowitzki literally said himself, he never had performance-enhancing levels. It was like insignificant amounts that you can't even digest if you wanted to. He's not a cheater, dude. He's not a cheater.
Picograms.
Yeah, picograms, which is not even physically visible. Like it's so astronomically small. It's fucking. You can't even see that it's hard even with a microscope. You have to zoom into that shit. It's insignificant. Yeah. What he was a fuck up. He's a fuck up. He did a lot of drugs.
Oh, no, we said that before. He's a fuck up.
He was a cokehead.
But inside that octagon,
he's the greatest. Yeah.
Pound for pound, the greatest to ever step in it.
Yeah, he's the greatest as far as fighting. If we're just saying fighting, if that's the only criteria for who's the greatest, Jon, man. It's not even close. He's
He's the youngest UFC champion ever.
the youngest, has the most defenses
Of all
ever.
weight classes.
Yeah, he has the most defenses ever. He passed up GSP and he passed up Anderson Silva. He has more than Demetrius Johnson. The fuck else are you supposed to do? Like, he beat everybody. And I know he looked he looked beatable against Dominic Reyes, but honestly, I don't think Jon was getting up for those fights. I don't think he gave a fuck about Reyes. I don't think he gave a fuck about Anthony Smith. And when he did give a fuck, what did he do to Gustafsson the second time? Fucking destroyed him, knocked him out. So
Knocked him out.
that's when he cared, because Gustafsson almost beat him. Arguably, some people think he beat him the first time. That was a close fight. The second time, there's no
What do
question.
you think about that fight actually? When you watched it for the first time, I know it was years ago, but
I
when
would
you watched
say
it for the first time,
the way I looked at it
what was
was
your thoughts?
it was kind of like the Reyes fight, similar. The first couple rounds, Gustafsson won. I'd say the first two, probably Gustafsson won those rounds. The third one, kind of similar to Reyes. It was a close round, but then what made the difference was the fourth and fifth, Jon won clean. It was no question. Kind of like the Reyes fight. Fourth and fifth, Jon won, no question. It was not even contentious. So I think that's why they gave him the win. Like, I know some people thought Reyes beat him. I don't think so. I think the last two rounds is why he lost. Is why Reyes lost. He got beat handedly in those last two rounds. Outworked, outpunched, out-wrestled. That's why he lost. That's why Gustafsson lost, because Jon dig deep in the championship rounds. That's what he always does when he's in a tough fight. Another fight that's not even close, though, was the Thiago Santos fight. A lot of people are like, oh, he lost that fight. Santos didn't even win a round, dude. Watch that fight
We
again.
watched that together.
Yeah. Watch that
He
again.
didn't win.
So that
Literally
wasn't even.
fucked his knee up.
There's a video with
Fucked his own knee up.
There's a video with Dominic Reyes and I think some other guy on ESPN. They rewatched it and they're like, "What the fuck are these people talking about?" Jon won every round. It was against Santos. He was like, "What the fuck is this?" But yeah, Santos.
I mean, yeah, it was a boring fight, but like Jon Jones just outsmarted him.
Yeah, Jon's the greatest. It's not even close, man.
And Santos had a knee injury too,
Yeah.
so that kind of
He like blew out both
held
his.
him back.
He like blew out both his knees, I think. So that was Jon's the greatest. If he wins the belt at heavyweight, the case closed. He's by far the greatest. It's gonna be like Tom Brady. He's gonna be like the Tom Brady of MMA. It's like not even close. By far the greatest of
A
all
lot
time.
of great fights coming up. A lot of potential great fights coming up.
Yeah.
Potential.
We got
Everything.
Adesanya and kind of near. That's gonna be interesting. I
We're
think.
getting Joanna versus Zhang again.
Oh, that's gonna be lit. I know Rose lost her belt.
That's the upcoming. That's the upcoming pay-per-view.
Unfortunately, Rose lost her belt. This is what I always say about
Yeah.
Rose. It's all about her mental game. If she's not on, she'll lose. If she's on, she beats anybody. Zhang, Joanna, this chick, she beats anybody when she's on. But she wasn't on that night. She was off. And her coaches didn't help. They told her some bullshit like, oh, you're winning the fight. Like, no, she's not winning the fight. So Rose is someone has to be mentally on. If she's not, she'll lose. And that's what happened. She lost because she was off. You could tell she was off. So
Yeah.
if Rose is on, she wins. She's gonna be champ again. Watch, she'll be champ again. No matter who she fights.
I think so. She'll get the belt back.
Yeah.
I feel like she would.
Yeah, she's arguably the best strawweight of all time. She's a fucking monster when she's on. Her only flaw is that she has like mental blockages sometimes, like against this chick. Like she should have beat this girl. She should have, but she was off. I think because the girl beat her years ago. I think that's why. I think this chick, Carla Esparza, beat her before, so that's what did it for her. But yeah, that's interesting. What else is coming up? I really hope Dustin and Colby happens. Holloway and Volk. Oh my god, that fight. Holloway has to get his throne back, man. He's gonna have to beat Volk convincingly. Like every time it's close, they give it to Volk every time. So
I know. It's been ridiculous.
I'm not gonna
It's
lie,
really ridiculous.
Volkanovski looks fucking ridiculously good, but so does Holloway. He looks really good too. When he beat the living
Best boxer in the UFC.
when he
That's
beat
what
the
he claims to be.
living shit out of Calvin Kadar. He beat him bad too, bad. He
I
did.
remember that.
He
I
did
remember
look like the
that. That was
yeah.
brutal.
That was an amazing performance. He does look like the best boxer in the UFC right now. He really does.
I wouldn't mind seeing him and Conor fight. I know I said
Oh,
that
man.
multiple
I'd
times,
love to
but
see
I
that.
would love to see that. 'Cause
Holloway's-
It's just gonna be
It's gonna be striking.
on the feet.
All the whole
It's gonna
fight.
be on the
They're not gonna go to the ground. I guarantee that. So I really hope Holloway wins, but honestly, I think it's really close. Those two are like the best. They're the best in the division, so I think it's gonna be really close.
And Ortega is like Brian Ortega is like right there.
He's kind of like Gustafsson. Like he was always the 1B to their 1A. Like John and DC, and then Gustafsson. Same thing with Ortega. It's like Holloway, Volk, Ortega's like right there. Not close enough though.
I'll never forget Max showing Ortega how to freaking
Oh man,
box him.
he beat
I remember.
he beat the shit out of him, man. That was bad.
I do think Ortega is going to become the featherweight champion though.
Yeah.
In due time, I feel like he will. I feel like he's going to get it.
I think if he can keep developing, he's still young. I think he should try to stop taking so much damage though, because when you take beatings like he did against Holloway, that changes you. He should be careful with that. But
yeah,
Holloway beat the shit out of him.
But yeah, Volk and Holloway. That's the fight. That's gonna be a classic.
That's the two
I
best.
Can't wait to watch that.
I think that can go.
It's
either
on the same
way.
card as the Adesanya card too.
Oh, that's right. I think it is. That's gonna be an
co-main.
amazing card.
Co-main.
Amazing card. I really hope Dustin and Colby gets made. I really do. That'd be an amazing.
Me too.
Fight. Yeah, it's gonna be.
Justin wants to go up. I think he said he wants to go up.
Yeah, that'd be an
170.
amazing. And yeah, I think he finally said yes. He's been saying no forever, and then recently he said, "Okay, I'll take it." He's been saying, "Oh, I'll never fight this guy. Let me on the streets." I'm like, "Come on, Dustin, stop."
That's money right there. I don't know
Yeah, why wouldn't you fight Colby? Come on, I want to see that. And there's real.
Colby knows how to draw too. He's starting to know how to draw.
Yeah, he's improving. I'll give him that. And there's real beef
Without
between
the
this.
Trump shit.
Without the Trump shit,
Without
he
the Trump stuff.
just starts talking shit about your wife and shit. He did about Dustin.
Yeah.
Forgot
Or you're
what-
fighting.
Yeah.
Fight. Yeah.
He's talking about Dustin and Connor in the DMs and shit. I'm like, damn, Colby. But I want to see that fight so bad.
Me too.
If anything,
That's a main event worthy fight.
yeah, that's gonna be one of the biggest fights of the year. So yeah, the UFC's looking bright. I guess last topic of the night. This is boxing, but Canelo lost.
Oh yeah.
He lost to
gonna bring that
triple.
up,
He lost to Bivol. He lost to Bivol.
I just hit him lose a belt.
He didn't lose a belt. He went up. This is my take on it. People said that he got completely outboxed. He didn't get outboxed.
Oh, I did. I messaged you that. I was one of the people that said that to you.
What happened
And
was Bivol was too big, and Bivol was big enough to where Canelo's power didn't affect him to where he had to adjust. He stuck to the 1-2s. He stuck to the linear punches, and the occasional lateral punch was like a hook. He was able to stick to that because Canelo couldn't hurt him. He couldn't hurt the guy. As long as he used his shell defense, he couldn't hurt him. His arms were like, yeah, they're a little bruised, but he could tank them, basically. He could take all the damage and stick to the game plan. He was very disciplined. I'll give him that. Super disciplined boxer. Didn't take any bait. That's all credit to him. But if he was affected by the power, then he would have been forced to adjust, and that would have changed things. Now, I have to criticize Canelo. He didn't switch it up. He should have went to the body more. Should have dug to the body more often. He was trying to headhunt. He got frustrated, actually. You see in one round where he tried to, like, slam Bivol or some shit, like, picked him up. That's Canelo's fault. He got frustrated. He kept trying to headhunt. And he just didn't do enough. He should have kept doing the inside uppercut. He should have kept doing the body shots. That might have changed things. That might have forced Bivol to switch his game plan. So it wasn't a complete ass kicking. He lost. He did lose clearly, but it wasn't an ass kicking, I'd say.
Yeah.
And the rematch, I don't know, man. It's gonna be hard for Canelo to beat that guy because he's bigger. He can take his power. His power is not an issue to him, and he's disciplined.
Yeah.
He doesn't fall for shit. He doesn't give a fuck what you have to say. He's like Ivan Drago, literally, the real life Ivan Drago. So Canelo's basically Rocky right now. Let's see if he can beat this guy, because this guy seems.
Is he gonna take that fight, or is he gonna stay down there? Me personally, I think he should stay where he's at.
Yeah,
But if he wants to move up,
The way I look at it, he's just
good
not.
luck.
The way I look at it, he's not big enough to fight those guys. 175 plus, he's too
I mean,
small.
regardless, after this fight, even though he lost, he's still the pound for pound
Yeah, I still think he's pound for
best
pound.
boxer in the world.
Yeah, he's a three division undisputed champ. So, I'd also say that. Thank God he didn't go up to cruiserweight. He was actually planning on going up to 200 pounds. Imagine, he would have been fucking killed. Thank God he didn't do that.
Oh my
Those
God.
guys are massive, massive. Bivol is big. Imagine fucking some 200 pound plus world champion. Fuck no, you're not beating that. So some people even thought that he could fight this one guy that beat Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk, and he said maybe. I'm like, no, there's no way in hell you're beating that guy.
No.
You're getting.
No,
He will knock you out, Canelo. You're too small. Size matters, folks. In world class level, size matters. You're not gonna see
In
Floyd
boxing,
in
yeah.
boxing. It matters. You're not gonna see Floyd Mayweather ever beating Muhammad Ali. Why? Muhammad Ali's fucking 60, 70 pounds bigger than him. Like, there's
Yeah.
no way. And people compare like, oh, could Floyd beat Ali? Fuck no. Could he beat Mike Tyson? Hell no. He'd get fucking
No.
annihilated.
Mike Tyson would murder him.
He would murder
It
him.
would be a legit murder.
Like, even if he had his hands up, he would break his arms. Probably break his forearms from the force. Like, he's too strong. Tyson Fury. Imagine him fighting Canelo. Oh my God, it'd be a fucking massacre. So,
And we had a debate about Tyson versus Ali. If you
That's-
haven't checked
yeah.
that out, go ahead and check
yeah, you
that
should
out.
check. If you're a boxing
Pretty
fan,
good
that we
debate.
actually got really in depth in that one. That's a good. Now that's a good matchup. Ali versus Tyson. That's a really good one because they have like their own style. They have their own weaknesses, their own strengths. In their primes, that would be an amazing fight. I don't even know who'd win that.
Oh yeah.
One thing, a hot take is Tyson Fury might be the best heavyweight ever. Like, not accomplishment wise, but skill wise. Think about it. He's 6'9" plus.
Of this generation or all time?
He might be all time. He's 6'9" plus, 250 plus. Can move like Ali. Has power to take
He's
you
never
out.
lost.
Never lost. Knocked out a puncher that probably hits harder than Tyson and Wilder twice. Like, I don't know. He might be the greatest. I mean,
I'd say he's top 3.
Yeah, definitely at least top 5. It's Ollie's up there, Tyson's up there, Fury. You could argue Lennox Lewis
What would the rest of the list be? George Foreman?
Foreman. There's a lot of good ones. Foreman, Lennox Lewis, Holyfield beat a lot of
Lewis.
legends too.
Yeah.
Who else is up there? Klitschko in his day. He was the man in the day. Klitschko was the man. Rocky Marciano, the real Rocky, probably. Jack Dempsey, I think he was a heavyweight. Sugar Ray Robinson was a lighter weight actually. There's a lot of good heavyweights, but Tyson Fury has established his legacy. I kind of wanted to see him fight Alexander Usyk, but I don't think it's gonna
I
happen.
thought that was a fight to make.
Yeah, because after this last fight, the only fight he seems to
I
want
thought
is
him and Joshua was the fight to make.
I was praying for,
No,
but he lost to Usyk.
Joshua
Yeah,
lost again.
yeah, he lost to Usyk. The only fight that
And
he
it always seems,
Yeah.
not always seems, it is
uh,
that when Anthony Joshua is going to get ready to fight the big guy,
He-
Tyson Fury, he loses.
he loses. Yeah, it's like he's
Like, it feels like he's thinking about fighting Tyson Fury instead of focusing on his opponent. That's why
yeah.
I think he always loses.
I think that
those
definitely-
big fight.
I think that definitely happened against fucking Andy Ruiz. He was probably looking over him like, oh,
Yeah.
this fat short dude, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. He lost. Like, dude, Andy Ruiz has ridiculous speed. Yeah, he's big, but you lost because you looked past him. And Alexander Usyk, honestly, that guy's just he's a fucking monster. Tyson might have. I think Tyson still beats him, but that guy would be very, very.
Isn't Usyk Ukrainian?
Yeah.
Ukrainian?
And he was undefeated at cruiserweight, and now he's undefeated at heavyweight. He's a fucking monster. He's a real problem. He beat Joshua twice, I think, once or twice. I think he beats Wilder. Maybe. I want to see him fight Wilder, and then I don't think he beats Fury.
That's an option still to make right
Yeah,
there.
Wilder's in an interesting place because he lost to Fury twice.
I feel like those are the only losses he has, right? Is against
Yeah.
Fury.
Only Fury. I think he beats a lot of people. He might beat Joshua. I think he has a chance against Joshua. Against Usyk, it's a tough fight.
Question is though, who would be the betting favorite? Who would be the betting underdog?
Joshua and
fight.
Wilder. I guess
Or would it be about even?
most casuals would probably lean towards Wilder because of his power, and because of the fact Joshua's lost to some smaller guys. Wilder's longer, taller. Probably Wilder. If it's against Usyk, though, I think Usyk would be the favorite because Usyk beat Joshua.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I want to say Usyk would be a heavy favorite, but he'd be a big
Yeah.
favorite.
He's probably the best heavyweight now that Fury's gone. So the only fight that Fury
But
wants,
Fury still has one more fight left, right? Or did he say he's done?
I think he's
He
done.
still wants to fight Francis.
Oh, that fight he does want, but I don't even count that as a fight. Let's be honest. Fury's gonna he's beating that guy.
What, is that going to be an exhibition? Is
It
it going
might-
to count on the record?
It might be like a Conor and Floyd thing, but let's be honest. Francis stands no chance against Fury. It's very unlikely. He would have to knock him out, and that's gonna be very.
They want to
difficult.
get as much hype as Conor versus Floyd.
No, yeah,
those two are the
wouldn't.
best
Yeah.
shit talkers in the business. Let's
Yeah.
get that. Let's get that clear right now.
Oh yeah, no, it's not selling the
Conor
way.
and Floyd are the best shit talkers in the business.
Yeah, it's not selling that way. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to sell more than that. You're gonna
Ali.
need. Yeah,
Ali, Conor, Floyd.
yeah, those guys
Top
are the
three
best.
Best trash talkers.
Yeah, those guys are probably the best shit talkers of all time. Combat sports history. Fury and Ngannou, it's not gonna sell the same.
Well, they said they're gonna be with. Isn't it? They want that fight with MMA gloves, right?
Oh man, if they do that, that might change things because the gloves protect you a lot more than people think. The boxing gloves protect a lot. They use
I think
MMA gloves.
Ngannou said he wants it with, like, obviously in a boxing ring with MMA gloves.
Yeah, that might change things. I might give Ngannou a shot because you're not gonna have your face completely protected by fucking 4-ounce gloves. You're basically wearing
Yeah,
fucking nothing.
that's a heavyweight fight with 4-ounce gloves.
Oh man, yeah, that could change a lot. He could win
Is
actually.
it 4 ounces? Are the UFC gloves 4 ounces or are they lighter?
Yeah, they're just 4. The boxing are like for heavyweights, I think it's 16. That's 4 times smaller, 4 times lighter. Damn, that might give him a shot. That might give him a chance if he's able to do that. Fury still has better hands, but he would have to be really fucking careful, really careful with that. Because if he even
One
clips you,
uppercut, he's dead.
one clip, he's gone. I mean, you saw what he did
But
to
we have to wait-
what he
we
did to
have to wait.
Rosenstruck. What he did to Rosenstruck, he didn't even use full power. He like used like a hook that wasn't even not full power. He knocked him the fuck out. So even wild shots can knock you out. Francis wild shots, yeah.
Yeah. If that fight were to happen, we would have to wait a few more months because Ngannou had knee surgery.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to wait. Probably maybe even till next year. I heard that the healing process is like the whole year. I don't know.
Yeah, 9 months. Was it a pretty serious knee injury?
I think it was. Yeah, it probably got worse too.
So it's probably gonna be 6 to 9 months.
Yeah, he's gonna be gone for a while. But
obviously, if you're fighting, it's gonna be a lot longer.
yeah, he's gonna
The
and then
re-
then he got the
rehab,
rehab, get to
Getting back to
100%.
shape.
Yeah, it's gonna take a minute. We're probably not gonna see that till next year. But
I mean, would that mean Stipe? Not Stipe. Would that mean Francis would have to vacate the UFC heavyweight belt?
oh yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. I think that's his plan. He doesn't want. I don't think he wants anything to do with the UFC anymore. I think he's done. He seems fed up. I don't know what the issue was, but
I think you called it too. I think you said he's done.
yeah, it seems like when you see him talk about things, like they asked him about the John fight. I remember after his win against Gon, he's like, "Fuck that shit, I'm done." I was like, "Yeah, he's done. He's not coming back." That's the only thing that he would really want, and he's saying no to that. No, he's done. Like if he doesn't want the Jones
Jon
fight,
Jones wanted it more.
oh yeah,
Jon Jones wanted it
he
more.
wanted it more. Francis is probably looking at this. He's like, "Why would I fight Jon Jones when I can make 100 million?" Like, I mean, I don't blame you, Francis. It's less dangerous.
I mean, yeah.
Less dangerous for your legacy because if you lose to John, your legacy will be tarnished. If you lose to Fury, no one's surprised. If you lose to Fury, Fury's a boxer. You make more
But
money.
If you beat him,
Oh, if he beats him, he's
you
a
get all the
superstar.
glory.
He's a superstar.
You get all the glory.
Yeah, he'll be a megastar, like bigger than shit. He'd be massive if he does that. I highly doubt it though, highly. But yeah, boxing is looking interesting, folks, in the UFC. We'll take a couple more questions, folks, if you have any. If not, we've been at this for what, 2 hours? Yeah. A couple
Seems
more.
like 2.5.
2.5. Yeah. So we'll take a couple more questions, folks, or we'll wrap it up here. So let's see if you have any. Let me see here if there's any.
Questions or opinions that we could state our opinion on.
Our opinions. Let's see if they asked any new ones. But as far as debates, we might do another J Wars where we'll debate you guys again. But it's gonna be more prepared than last time because I came in blindly.
That Kisame and
that Kisame versus what was the fight card? Someone Sasuke. That's a good debate.
Yeah, that was a good debate.
So someone could debate us on that. I know people were mad about our Tsunade scaling. We could debate that. Yeah, some people got heated on that. But we'll be more prepared, though.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think that's...
This has been fun, though.
Yeah. All right, I think that's it. There's no more questions. We were at it for quite a while.
Yeah.
We hope you guys enjoyed it, folks. It was quite fun.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thanks for all the questions. Thanks for all the hostility. We appreciate it. And,
yeah, we don't mind it.
Yeah, I don't mind at all. I embrace it. But we'll see you next time, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed, and stay classy, folks. Peace.